guys, this is Dan,
Bob,
and also Eric
from GigaBoots.com, and welcome to GigaBoots podcast number 49. We're gonna name this one To Be Announced.
Okay, why?
Just because, you know, we got all these project names and things when, like, early on in the consoles when they're working on a thing that they don't want to announce. It's like Namco's making To Be Announced or project title,
right?
Unnamed project.
What was the name of that announced that unnamed project with the VR girl?
Oh, I forget. But now it actually has a name.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they named it eventually. I like how little press that's getting to Western audiences.
They know that'll just come off as creepy. Whereas I read some things from people getting to try in Japan. Like, did this make you want to buy Morpheus? 98% yes.
Whoop! I was taking a drink of water at that moment. We almost got water all over this expensive ass mic. Whatever. That bottle cap is gone.
Okay,
let's leave it be.
Lost to us.
But no, like I am genuinely interested in buying that game off the Japanese store. Like, once we have Morpheus,
that they bring
in-house,
that here,
because that's too incredible, and like, how insane! Like, I always wanted games to go off in that direction. It was just like, what's the goal of this game? Oh, we made this person.
You can look at them like a lot.
It's too bad that one for Natural Ultimate Digital Experience, or Nude, for the Xbox is a shitty game. Very unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So hey, before I forget, what's this about imaginary colors?
We'll bring that up once we get to Bitcoins.
Okay, I didn't want to forget. So,
okay.
All right, Bitcoins.
So we'll talk about that in the news.
Okay, great.
But first, we're going to talk about what games we've been playing. Bob, Eric, we've all played a lot of Smash.
We have.
An irresponsible amount, some might say.
Yeah, no joke. 70 hours has been clocked into Smash, playing actively, not just booted up to a menu.
That sounds like it's not as much as I expected.
Right?
But
usually it's more than one person playing. So you think about it that way, that could be 210 man hours.
Compound man hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot of man hours.
That's a lot of man hours.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. It is Smash. Like, it is good. It is good times.
That is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying before, it'd be nice to have some more stages, but it's a good
Some
stuff.
of the stages from the 3DS would be great.
the 3DS had really good stages.
I feel like the 3DS had substantially better stages.
Yeah, then we got another Animal Crossing level in the old one, and it's like neither of them really stand out.
They're like
it's
the same.
Really weird.
They're pretty much the same.
And then the 3DS get that really cool Animal Crossing level. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. And then the 3DS also got that amazing Kirby level. That may be one of my favorite fan service levels.
But then Great Cave Offensive is, well, I just like the music.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Me too. Like, I chose that level and I started playing the music, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing! And then, like, 10 minutes in, I'm like, god damn it, Brett, stop running away.
Yeah,
that's
too big. Just a bit too big.
But as in absolutely enormous.
I'm a fan of the Zelda temple level, and I think Big Cave Offensive is too big.
Oh yeah, and Palutena's sky fortress of magnitude, like, holy shit, that thing is stupid
huge,
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That gets into some ludicrous battles. But aside from that, have you been playing anything over the last week?
I played Drive Club.
Oh yeah, I played Drive Club too. I didn't play enough.
Yeah. I felt the more I played, the less I liked it, which is never a good thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, when I first started, I was like, yeah, the vehicle controls feel a lot better than I thought they would. It feels kind of like Gran Turismo, but it's then it starts asking you to do things like drift and stuff, and it doesn't teach you ever. Like, Gran Turismo has that whole mode of, like, this is the license. This is gonna tell you what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
This is how you drive.
I mean, admittedly though, those aren't distinctly necessary goals. That is you competing with your friends. You don't
or just random people online.
Or just random people, yeah. Because your friends don't play Drive Club.
Right.
I have 11 friends who play Drive Club.
That's crazy. Like,
well, my friends list is like 140 people.
Right, whereas mine's like 30-something.
Law of averages.
Right. Well, I don't know. Law of averages. His is 0.
Oh.
Mine's, what, 11, 12, something like that? Now including me and you, 13?
Maybe you know more shitbags.
No, I have a lot of racing enthusiast friends.
All right. So shitbags.
And to speak on, I'm about to punch you. asked Lord.
Yes.
So, okay, listen here, you little shit. You come out here and you're like, Xenoblade Chronicles is great. It's an underappreciated gem. The whole racing genre is shit. You're an asshole. At least you're not shitting on Sonic for once, so...
I can do that if you want me.
Don't you even...
I'll do it.
No, you got to do that for a month. Past that,
you're right. You're right. Sonic Month speaks for itself.
Yes, it does. And that ending video caps it off really nicely, I think.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, personally, I would say I'm going to speak in the native tongue of our gamers and game critics and say 8 out of 10. A balance between it's not terribly original gameplay and its amazing graphics. I feel like the social stuff is really, really neat, and it was working from what I played.
Yeah, the social
nice.
stuff does seem to be working now.
Yeah,
It still feels super weird to boot it up and then have this whole menu of options, and only one of them's actually in the game. The others are all like, oh, go to the store and buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
You wanted to drive in a club? You need to buy that.
Oh man, no.
You need to buy them separately.
That's
Drive
a
mode,
joke.
club mode.
Jesus Christ. That would be funny.
Right,
If the
that would
game
be-
was divided in two harshly. Do you want to drive or do you want to be in the club? Well, shit. How many titties are in them clubs? All the titties. I gotta go to the club. Hey, cool. You a driver? Yeah. What did you drive in? Shit. Goes to drive. God damn it. I must not be embarrassed talking to babes. I drive all the time, Chica.
I don't have enough drives for tits.
Yes. No.
It's also weird that when you first turn on the game, there's no like character setup immediately, so you have to go into a separate menu for that. I like got through a few races, like, why am I a girl?
Oh, I have one better. I finished my third or fourth race. It never cut inside to show the driver. And at the end of the fourth race, it cuts inside and it's a black dude. And I'm like, why am I a black dude? And then I was like, is this how black dudes feel? Why am I a white guy? Like,
The answer is yes.
but like, had it warned me on the way in, had it been like, oh yeah, here's your character, even once,
Right.
it would have been such a weird emotional reaction to me, being like, why am I a black dude? Where did this come from? Not that a random white dude would have made any more sense.
There were a
It just
couple.
was totally, it caught me off guard.
Right? I mean,
Basically on the same level as you, like, why am I a girl?
because I was even like looking at the character as she opened the door at the beginning, and I didn't notice because at the beginning you just see the hand for a second, and you don't. There's no.
Oh yeah, I guess. Wow, that was supposed to be a black dude's hands. What? That doesn't seem right. I thought it was white hands.
Weird.
Maybe the lighting was just totally fucked.
Maybe.
It might have been. I was doing a lot of bright.
Did you set
bright
the weather to
horses.
snow?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to try that. Bob got to try that.
Yeah.
Because maybe it was snowing on his hands.
That weather is amazing.
It was snowing potato flakes like Hollywood movies.
That actually reminds me of this episode of the Pokemon TV series I saw, where
Okay.
One of the gym leaders, like a rock climbing guy, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be black.
He's from 6th Gen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that gym.
His hands are like solid white. It's super weird. I was like, is that supposed to be something for rock climbing? I don't.
export some black people to Japan to just
And
get
I
them up
thought
to
that-
speed on that?
I thought maybe
or-
that's what they thought black people looked like, but then there was this white guy who also rock climbed, and his hands were totally white.
No.
And I was
Are
like,
we talking the top of his hands
No,
or the bottom of his
Well,
hands?
both sides?
If he's a rock
Okay.
climber, it maybe just be that rock climbing powder stuff.
Right, but you wouldn't put that on like the back of your hand.
I don't know. Well,
That's-
I mean, also
Maybe he's like back fisting. The
I don't
rocks.
think this is what they were going for, but like I know I have seen some black people where like the melanin is a bit patchy on their
Right,
skin.
I've seen that with people too.
But it wasn't patchy, it was
yeah,
solid.
Yeah,
right,
solid.
it was.
Now, see, I've also seen, you know, the
They've
palm and stuff is a lot paler than the top of the hand.
Right.
It just the top of the hand being pale is totally
Okay,
strange.
in
I
the
don't get
Pokemon
it.
universe, you don't put powder; you just dip your hands in
milk,
milk.
yes. And then
really thick fucking milk. It's basically custard,
Milk tank milk is just real gross, guys.
but so tasty. Just don't burp.
You know, whole milk like 5 times that. Like, it's like
Fucking
you seen
thick.
those guys? We don't even know what they feed them. It's probably butter.
It's liquid butter.
just feed them other milk tanks.
So Bob,
What's up?
Drive Club overall, you're just kind of eh.
Yeah, I was
Was-
pretty. I didn't feel
Was
like
this
there was
the one
enough.
with the Drivatar?
No, that is
Drivatar
Forza.
is Forza.
Okay, I was like,
That
which
is a
of those
Forza
games?
thing.
Okay.
As I try to explain to people, Amiibos are Drivatars meets Skylanders.
Yes.
And that's a pretty easy way to get that across.
And
they're about as realistically based on your actions as Dravitars, because by the time we capped out Lonk over here, he was just an asshole.
right. I mean, I felt like the other racers, like the tracks are sometimes designed pretty narrow, but they're like 12 cars in it. It's like, that's way too many.
That's what you think.
That's how I feel, yeah.
So did you get a lot of not 3 stars?
Not 3 stars? Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, I got nothing but 3 stars.
And there's also...
There's a divide in our experience here.
Out of
See,
three,
I
out
was,
of
I was
three
apparently
or
good.
5?
Out of 3.
Oh dear.
Out of 5. Do you know me? Come on!
But yeah,
You're right, I'm sorry.
There was a star system. I'm going to be like, oh, 2's good enough. I feel great.
I just felt like I felt a whole lot like that game desperately needs a tutorial mode. Like, I was getting things like penalties for stuff, and I had no idea what they did.
Yeah, the game doesn't do a good enough job to be like, hey, this is the type of game I'm going to be. Because other games do a really good job of that. Like, you don't sit there in Burnout Paradise and being like, well, what if I crash?
Right.
Then I'll lose this race. Like, no, that's not.
And I even went through the full like digital manual that comes with it.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't find any info on that stuff.
Wow.
And it's really annoying that that's the case.
See, I just went off the road and it did a thing to me, and I'm like, so don't do that.
Right. I understand it's bad.
And
I want to know exactly why it's bad. Like, that is my goal there.
I think if one wheel goes off, you get a point detriment. If you get both wheels off, that's when it starts having severe penalties.
Like
because
speed penalties, I guess.
I didn't notice a speed penalty. I noticed I was off the road, so I wasn't going as fast.
Right, but I think that there literally might be a speed penalty afterward, because I was like, I'm fully on the road, but now everyone can just pass me, even though I'm fully slamming the accelerator. So I don't know if that's the case, or if I
Clearly, you should have gone to Game FAQs.
Yes.
GameFAQs is the place for all the up-and-coming rising stars of gaming, which you are going to be one of, Bob. I see it in your future. You're just really into those PC games and the MOBAs, and I think we could get a lot of viewers if we just stream you playing every day.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
totally. I'm just so good at them.
And a very likable personality. So Eric, what have you been playing?
I have primarily been playing a lot more Dragon Age. Last time I only put like an hour or 2 into it. Now I've got upwards of 40 or so more across 2 characters, starting on 3 soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a much bigger, better picture of that game. Is real good.
Okay.
Like
you're enjoying it immensely.
I am enjoying it a lot. Like maybe it's in my nature, but like a lot of people felt like there was a lot of faffing about in terms of grinding, and because you open up each area, and to progress more, you need to sort of build up power, which is a currency you use to unlock new missions.
Yeah, it's a AAA game. Go on.
Yeah. But to do that, you basically quest in an area, and some people thought like, this is just grinding. I don't want to grind anymore. But to me, that was like, I have a checklist of just shit I could do in a map. It's
okay,
and it works out really well. Like the best single sit down play session I had was I started out in a map that I had been questing around for a while. I came upon this like caved in path, and it unlocked an operation that I could do at my war table to send troops out to clear it out and make a path through it to a campsite. Okay, I did that. Went back to my base, did that, clear away. Okay, went to the camp. Then I was like, oh, there's an entirely new separate area off to the side here, like some like fens, swampy area. It led me to like this underground tomb that I had to like puzzle D&D shit, like flip levers at a certain timing sequence by commanding my people to flip levers at a certain timing. Really cool. At the end, I got like a rare item thing. It led out into more swamp where there were like big giant lizard things, and then overhead a dragon flew by, and one of my party members went, oh fuck yeah.
Fucking dragons.
Yeah, no, this is
They're really enthused about dragons in the Dragon
Which
Age.
let me say, the Iron Bull, which is one of your party members, is a big horned guy who's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. He's great. Yeah, no,
Who the fuck cast Freddie Prinze?
A genius, because he's amazing.
That's just out of left field. Like, hey, get him. Like, holy shit, you're brilliant. Okay.
And then I go in there and I fight this dragon. It's like some sort of crazy thunder dragon. I'm like, that was incredible. Like all that entire experience leading up to that.
So I'm really glad you're enjoying Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Now, Eric.
Yes.
Here comes the time of the podcast where we quote Eric.
Okay.
And Eric has to deal with Eric quotes.
Okay, good.
So
all
here
right.
we go.
I'm okay.
I recall you saying many times you have the stance. There is no game on the PS3 or 360 that you feel like you missed out on.
Okay.
What if I told you, and this is going to blow your mind, there are a shitload of games that sound exactly like what you described. In fact, 2 of them from the exact same franchise on those consoles that you probably would have enjoyed.
Well, here's where I get to one-up you.
Okay.
I am now and have always been a shitlord.
Okay.
So,
just making sure we're checking in with the daily Eric,
my
or the weekly Eric
are
quotes.
always suspect
Always suspect
to shitlordery.
I think their beef is good enough. Who the fuck defends McDonald's? I don't care if it's pink goo. It tastes good in my mouth.
And I mean, I played the first Mass Effect, but this game like really gave me like the this is the BioWare thing.
I mean,
okay, good.
The later Mass Effects are a lot closer to what you're describing with Dragon Age than the first one. The first Mass Effect is pretty different from the later 2.
It is.
In how it controls and how it's structured.
But in just in that, especially with the whole story and party dynamic, because first Mass Effect had okay party, but I didn't really like any of them.
The party was all right.
I like a lot of, almost every single one of them, except Vivienne, who's a total stone cold bitch, and I hate her. She's like this haughty mage aristocrat who's like, I'm better than you, and they're like, I don't like you at all. Go away. I don't want to ever talk to you ever again.
It's bad enough knowing you're better than me. Do you have to say it?
But look, she's probably just tsundere. You just need to talk to her more, and eventually she'll fall in love with you.
There you go. Just gotta flip that switch.
Actually, I remember like because there's a big like romance people option in this game. Like when you first encounter her, you get like the option in the talkie wheel to go like, oh, you do the flirty option. If you do that, she goes, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Like, she is unromanceable in this game. Completely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah,
So, real quick, though, on the romance options,
yes.
I heard that you have your little people you send out to do whatever.
Yes.
And you can romance them, which is, like, almost sexual harassment.
Yeah, your scout, your lady dwarf scout. Yeah, you can basically flirt with her all the time,
which is crazy as fuck.
You can't romance her. You can basically just choose a flirty option, and it's like I choose not to sexually harass this person who goes into the wilderness on my behalf and sets up a forward camp.
It's just so funny because it's like it's just this person who does that for you. Like it's not some long-standing character that you form a shitload of dialogue with central to the story.
Yeah,
it's just like, hey, go do this thing, and then when they come back, hey, sugar tits, what to find?
Yeah, pretty much that. But again, going back to why Freddie Prinze Jr. is the best, in that dragon thing, he says something in his language, and then you go out for him. If you talk to him afterwards at your base, you go into like a little cool, like, we're gonna have drinks for killing the dragon, and you ask him like, what was that? He says that little phrase again, and he's like, well, what does that actually mean? He's like, oh, well, I mean, actual translation kind of basically means I'm gonna think about this later while masturbating.
Okay.
It's like, good, yes, thank you.
Now I'm imagining that in the context of a racing game.
But every character has like these really neat quirks, and the different party dynamics. When you put different people in your party, they'll talk to each other differently. Like if you have 2 of these people together, like they'll talk about pranking you or like doing crazy stupid shit. Or if you have the elf girl and Iron Bull, they'll talk about how awesome Canary women are. And like, oh, how are these Canary women? Oh, like, well, they're really loving, nurturing, and they help you along your way. Like how they're in bed. Like, oh shit, yeah, they're great. But if you have him and the elf guy in your party, they basically argue politics all day. It's great, like completely different.
That's pretty cool. I was just thinking about that comment about the Canary women, and it was like, in a fantasy world, that's funny. In the real world, you fucking racist Americans, you fucking exploiting our third world countries. Because, yeah. I've actually heard comments like that about like older movies, like, oh man, they're so disgusting. They're talking about, plowing the natives of wherever country they're in, and I'm like, I don't know, isn't sex a... Like, there's the weird dynamic of like, hi, I'm an American GI, I have money, give me sex right now, because I also have this gun.
But yeah,
do they do that? Do you get to watch one of your troops rape Canary women?
No.
And then it's just a whole tangent of the game where you have to make amends.
I That'd be real interesting because the Canary women are basically similar to the men in that they're giant horned people who will sooner crush your skull between their thighs than let you touch them in any way they don't want you to.
Okay, so this is just Fetish Island. Okay, I see. Sorry, I thought they would be normal.
No.
Oh no, they got a feet thing going on and licking? It's weird. They talk about it a lot, so you always want those two on your team.
But I mean, it's a really well-written game, and I'm still not even done with it.
Hour
it's so
30.
Huge.
Hour 30 of my two teammates not shutting up about Kunari women. I'm about to just go take us on a sexploration journey to get them to shut up.
Man, one of them, because one of the two elf people are funny together because one is heavily, like, he's a mage, and the other girl is like, I don't like magic, stop talking about it, god damn it. Which is funny because most elves are kind of like mage inclined. So he keeps teasing her like, what'd you feel? Like, I felt like I had some deja vu. It's like, that might be a sign of magic. She's like, shit, why'd you say that? I don't need that in my head. God damn it. Stop talking about things. He's like,
So favorite. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you can romance like a certain person in this game and have a relationship. Can you set up your teammates together, or
no? I heard in some cases, yes. Like if you don't do anything with them, I heard in some like on the post credits thing for someone, like you'll find out some of them hooked up or something like that.
Huh?
Yeah. And it's not. Again, it's sort of each person has their own thing. Like this person is not go both ways. Like I'll just fuck you whatever. Some of them are. Iron Bull is actually one of them. He'll fuck you whatever.
Wait, so if you choose man or woman, it doesn't matter?
Nope. He will fuck you. He will get fucked and fuck you in return. He don't care.
Weird.
Some guys are only gay or only straight or only a certain race even. So, yeah.
Sorry, were you just impressed that bi people exist? Because I was in my phone. And that's how it sounded?
When it's like some giant warmongering.
He's a giant horned dude who has an eye patch, and he will.
Yeah, because I didn't expect it from him.
Okay. And it's Freddie Prinze Jr. So he's.
So there you go. Whatever.
Yeah, it's just I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think what was Aggro's comment on Twitter is like, Dragon Age, stop being incredible. I want to play other games and also enjoy them, and not have to always compare them to you.
Have you been playing anything else, Harry?
I don't know. Have I? You asked that a little. Okay.
Have you?
Oh my God, I have. Wow, that speaks highly of it.
Yeah, it does. I'm just. Let's all. He couldn't remember this. He played the entire thing 2 days ago. 3.
About Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, the new Lara Croft and the Marbles of Madness game.
The Egyptian Marbles of Madness.
It was a solid game. I enjoyed myself. I will need to go back and do all the challenges. That's half of the fun is going back and like do this crazy objective within this level. And there is some post-game content where you can alter the levels based on like time of day and weather. Which I haven't gone back to because Dragon Age has hooks in me. But yeah, I beat that pretty quick. But admittedly, single player has a lot of simplified puzzles, and I'm really interested in seeing what 2, 3, or 4 player puzzles look like.
Do you know if it can be 4 player on one console?
Yes.
Okay. Just curious about that.
Also online.
Because I'm used to last gen. Last gen really was bad about shit like that. I'm like, it's 4 player, but you got to be online to play as all 4.
But they're right here. You can't.
No, I have people who live near me that are friends. No, I know that's weird to you. Because you're a businessman.
But, I mean, it was a good game. Pretty solid. Looking forward to the DLC and what other new dungeony things. Each dungeon had a flavor to it that actually made it really interesting.
Welcome to the Temple of Raspberry.
Of Beaver Ass.
Stop!
There was one, like, heating up... activating fire pillars that heated up water, and one of the objectives was to not touch the superheated water ever or dunk enemies into it. There are different like timed explosive ball marbles that you can roll around. You have to get marbles through a light maze and some sort of maddening inducing thing. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was one involved like lots of mechanisms and gears, traps.
I look forward to seeing it.
It was a varied experience, and it was enjoyable to play through, and I think I would really enjoy playing it. I want to see what the puzzles are, how the puzzles are altered when there's more people involved.
Did you get the season pass?
I did, actually.
You got the season
because
pass.
I really enjoyed the previous one. I wanted to give them money and get whatever else they were
buying
release.
things is a pretty effective way to do that.
Yeah, it is.
A true fact right here. Have I ever told you guys how much I believe in the idea of, like, wait a second, if your movie's for sale, right? Okay, sure. Pirating it's free for me. Can I just donate the full price of your movie to you in some official way? Because I just saved you 17% on Vimeo, over 20% on Amazon. I don't know, just that occurs to me so often. I'm like, the cost of distribution here is zero.
Like, I'm going to torrent your movie. Here's the full price of the movie right for you.
Enjoy, motherfucker.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, all the time I think about that. The only reason I don't is because I honestly don't buy movies that are smaller scale a whole lot. I'm mostly just that Lumelin guy and Don Hertzfeldt. And that stuff's already so cheap, I'm like, oh, whatever. Fuck it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I mainly didn't remember it because I had so many things to say about Dragon Age. I'm oddly enough, I think Dragon Age is a better game than the Lara Croft game.
Really?
But they're yeah.
It's almost like one of these had a $50 million budget.
Yes,
at least
it is almost like that.
It's almost like it's using an absolute cutting edge engine.
I haven't encountered any new bugs, but there are occasionally sometimes because they released a patch actually to increase stability, and I haven't noticed a lot of problems with that.
So now, like when I push down on one side of it, it doesn't wobble anymore. So that's good.
Yeah, it's great. They put a little like paper thing underneath one leg of the game to make it not wobble anymore.
That's smart.
Yeah,
that's thrifty.
More games should do that.
They should.
Very occasionally, I noticed like twice since I last played it was was while I was talking to someone, an NPC in the background would be like, "Oh, it's supposed to be over there!" Pew! And then like shoot across the background to go talk with a group of people on the other side of the room.
NBA 2K15 that droid.
Yes. So I'm like, what? And they're like, "Oh yeah, the Duke is gonna go to what? No, we need to talk about that guy right back
now
there."
We're gonna talk to the Duke. Duke, and she holds out the mic, and then the Duke slides from a castle in the distance. Oh yeah,
brings the castle with him.
And then just steps out the door. Like the castle slides all the way up, just steps out. Yeah, when I did that, I was really trying to represent my people. You know, I thought it was a good act. We passed a really good bill this round. Good job to my whole staff.
And then LeBron James slides up next to him.
He's like, yeah, he did all right, but let me tell you.
Oh, well, no, that's kind of not really spoilery, but it's kind of funny. You eventually encounter a nightmare demon whose biggest thing was like, "I will show you the things you fear the most," and starts like, "You failed this person," and like going into like everyone's deepest, darkest like regrets and fears. And then all the monsters you fight are apparently representations of your deepest fears, and everyone has their own like, "I'm afraid of failure, I'm afraid of thing," and yours is just spiders. You're just afraid of spiders.
This game's designed for you, Bob.
Apparently.
You should play it. Simultaneously, you shouldn't play it.
Yeah, that's
because it has a lot of spiders.
Like you specifically talk with one person there. It's like all I saw was just like pockets of nothingness, and it just scared me more than I thought it would. But you just saw spiders? Yeah, I'm just really afraid of spiders, man.
Let me tell you, bitch. How many eyes you got? 2. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't fucking know.
Are they spiders and scorpions? I just need to know.
No, just spiders.
Is there any lava?
Is there lava?
Are they magma spiders?
No, they're just regular spiders. Well, as regular as giant fucking spiders can be.
It's confirmed. Platinum Games had nothing to do with this.
No.
Weird.
Kamiya came nowhere near this one.
I'm so sorry.
It's a bum.
I also bought Suikoden 2. I have not played it yet, though.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I keep hearing good things about it. But
right?
We should begin our 2-year-long Let's Play.
Good, great.
It'd be great because one of the comments I got, where Kana actually said this, I agree with it, disagree with this actually. She was like, "There's not a lot of variety in the genre of games you guys Let's Play," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I thought about it, and I was like, "No, not really. We actually, we got farming, we got a platformer, we got
whatever Mega Man.
We got an action game, we got Mega Man Legends, which isn't even quite those other ones.
Outland.
We did Outland. I feel like we got a lot of variety. The only stark omissions were MOBAs, strategies, and RPGs. So
and
we'll
I think
just
that's
do
more because RPGs are so huge. So
I'm hopefully
that's
going
why-
to fix that soon with
Yes.
aggro.
So we'll just do Suikoden and Dragon Age for the next year, and we'll teach these motherfuckers about variety.
You want variety? Here you go.
We only did one RPG Let's Play. What's wrong? It's almost like it has more parts than every other Let's Play we've ever done combined. Somebody's like, hey, Sonic Adventure is an RPG. And I'm just, I hate that. I hate people who are like, Zelda's an RPG. And I'm like, fuck you. No.
Far Cry 4 is an RPG.
No,
you
that's-
play a role in a game.
No, that's Skyrim with guns.
Yeah, all right. What's Skyrim, though?
No, it's a genre. At this point, it's a genre. Fucking Skyrim with cars, The Crew. Fucking Skyrim with guns, Far Cry. Fucking Skyrim with dragons and titties, Dragon Age.
Is it the Dark Souls of Skyrims?
This is the Skyrim of Skyrims.
Oh my god.
How stupid. Have you played anything else?
I mean, I played more Hyrule Warriors, more Bayonetta, but I mean, I've talked a lot about those.
Yeah,
There's not really a lot more ground to cover with them, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Clearing out that map in Hyrule Warriors, that is
Hard work.
Yeah, that's a
Huge
lot.
map.
As a job. You should be paid.
I actually haven't been playing any games other than Smash. Yeah, because I stopped doing research and work and shit to play Smash.
Right.
Oh, I did let you play Dragon Age.
Yeah, I played a tiny bit of Dragon Age there.
That's
Right?
like the first starter, like, tutorial section.
He was really disappointed when it didn't play the song from the trailer.
He was really disappointed where there were no ocarinas anywhere to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even like get to Fusro Da anyone in the game.
Yep, all this is so real.
He didn't even get out of Midgar, guys. It was really pathetic.
It's fucking sad. I don't even know what this game's about.
Didn't get out of Midgar, didn't get into Grand Pulse.
Roll's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Well, I got halfway through the Tales campaign. I mean, ugh.
Yeah.
He did finish the Zerg, though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It would be funny if there was someone on your team in Dragon Age who went. So it appears we're in the news segment.
Whoa.
What a weird transition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that smooth at all?
It had music.
Time
the
will
music
tell?
was kind of smooth.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we just sort of petered off talking about Dragon Age and
Yeah.
how it was in Skyrim.
Turns out.
Turns out. Whoops.
Okay, some news.
So a lot of shit happened since the last podcast. Like we hinted at in the last podcast, there was a PlayStation Experience, the Game Awards, and actual news stories.
Crazy.
We can talk about this in any order.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, we should talk about the news first, and then those two. So that way people who don't want to hear about those two this late in the game can just ignore that part of the podcast.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, all right.
You're welcome, viewer. So, here we are in the news.
We gave you the option to stop listening to us.
We are generous gods! But in any case, so The Witcher 3 has been delayed until May. Which I've heard other people point out, yeah, you know, if they were owned by EA or a huge publisher, you know,
They'd be like, push that shit out. We got
March
we got patches.
because of fiscal years and how, like, yeah, you can't. It doesn't matter that it's only 2 months later. It matters that this year's spreadsheet looks bad.
Yeah.
Right. I think EA is supposedly saying they're getting better about that. They delayed Battlefield largely.
Yeah, they did.
And
it's a good thing for them because the whole Ferguson thing. Imagine, because you've seen that game. That game is like, yeah, cops.
Yeah,
fucking break down doors
illegally. Talk about that when we went over Battlefield Hardline. Like, they're kicking themselves to death. Like, America, stop, please. We just want to make our cool game about cops with crazy weapons.
Yeah.
Stop with this cop shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, at least they delayed it. Americans are pretty ADD.
Maybe by then they'll forget.
They might.
They're just like, Obama, please, fuck someone. Just Give us a break so people focus on that instead of...
Just fucking be like, whatever. Like, okay, so this is the way I've heard it expressed elsewhere. We have a long history of being like, yeah, bad cops, like Beverly Hills Cop. Great example of that.
Right.
Loose cannon cops on the edge who don't play
lethal
by the
weapon,
rules.
bad.
Yeah, it is a pretty great thing because we believe in the idea of justice. But in this case, like, because so much corruption or whatever has happened, it's just like, nah, you can't even be a cop anymore. That's bad. It's like, no, don't have a story where the cops are the good guys. Don't.
Especially when they basically have military grade funding.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous in any case. I don't think anyone could ever. I mean, okay, mass audiences could roll up into a movie where the police have a fucking tank and they would enjoy it. But the whole time, I would be salty.
I mean, I love Dominion Tank Police. That's amazing.
But that's not, like,
that's
a real
not modern day
live-action movie.
Or, now if they made a live-action version, I'd be down for that.
Or Police Academy and just get a guy who sounds like a tank.
There you go. Then hope that he doesn't go murder his wife for later or something like that.
Yeah, or shoots another armed black guy.
That would be very strange if those things happen. So, on bad news to bad news.
Yeah, although I will say, like, the whole delaying thing, CD Projekt Red are a bunch of bros. Like, they're awesome. Like, we're gonna make the best game.
Those are two pretty conflicting statements. The people who made Hotline Miami are a bunch of bros.
They are the truest bros that have ever... Okay, they're cool dudes.
There we go. Let's go with that. Maybe not bros.
They are swell guys.
This is like the most...
I can't say
what is with this podcast and fucking people being like, that's not what a bro is. Let me tell you what fucking aggro on here is like, Joseph Nealon isn't a bro. These people are bros. And I'm like, no, Joseph Nealon, go to YouTube. Just type in the word bro. Watch whatever video. I don't care which one. Tell me that isn't Joseph Nealon.
So, sad news.
No, I'm stuck on bros. Now we're not talking about sad news. We'll delay it. By the way,
like Witcher 3, right?
So speaking of bros, Squeenix.
Yeah, Square Enix is retarded. So we're gonna go ahead and steal some news from the PlayStation Experience part. So they announced the whole Final Fantasy VII. They come out on stage and they're like, "You guys have been missing it for the last 17 years, and it's back." And then they put up the Final Fantasy VII logo, and they just keep showing scenes from it.
Shit.
They're so excited until they realize it's just a port. And he's like, "It's coming based off of the PC port from 2 years ago." And everyone's just like...
And you can get it the middle of next year.
Thanks.
Yeah, and it really helped.
And it's how much? 16?
Yeah,
$16
or something.
$16. $1 more than most digital games that are brand new.
Yep.
And all it is running in a higher resolution. The actually rendered parts.
And you can't play it on the Vita. Unlike if you bought the PS1 version.
Which
you can. But it won't work on your PS4.
The best part, he was so happy.
Right, like
he's like, we're doing you a favor.
And even
they should
better,
stop letting that guy go out without like a translator or anything like that.
Or a handler.
The sentence is inefficient. Cut out the words. They should stop letting that guy go out.
Yeah, okay.
Stop letting him out
Hashimoto should not be trusted outside of Square Enix. Hell, he probably shouldn't be trusted.
Isn't he the guy who stepped down from the I thought he was basically the president, and now he's took a couple steps down because he screwed the company. I'm pretty sure that is that guy.
I can't remember the president's name. He was a fuck up, but I don't think that's the same guy. I can't remember though. I can't remember. And I have opened my mouth on the podcast of the hierarchy over at Square Enix and been wrong before, so I will digress.
Attempt not to be wrong again.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
He really needed a translator. He really needed to not announce that. He really needed to do everything that is the inverse of what he did.
Right. Like.
He's like, "Hello, PlayStation people." No, that was actually too intelligible.
Right.
That was, Ken Kutaragi, basically. But yeah,
everything about that was just awful. Like
it took too long, and it was too little.
Like, if they had anything else announced alongside it, that might have been almost acceptable. But no, it was just that. It's just that.
I like how people keep saying it would sink the company if they made a Final Fantasy VII in modern day fidelity. I don't know that that's true.
I don't know.
I mean, that depends. How do you define modern day fidelity? Because modern RPGs are generally like Dragon Age Inquisition. Remaking Final Fantasy VII in Dragon Age Inquisition levels of graphical fidelity or whatever, cutscenes, whatever, would not sink the company. Now, is the entire game, cutscenes and everything, Final Fantasy 13 territory? Because that might. Because that was insanely way too high fidelity, and it's just like, oh my god, you spent more than the Spirits Within in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. I mean, also there's the whole figuring out what they do with the world map, if they would be able to accept. No, it goes to a lower fidelity because of the world map. That was okay in the PlayStation era. I mean, and for some reason they don't seem to be okay with doing that anymore.
I don't get that. That to me has boggled my mind for the longest time. Like, guys, world maps are okay. Like, even the Tales of games just have sections that you run through, and
it's like this would be better as a world map.
Yeah, I don't
like the world map is a cool concept.
Yeah.
It saves some fucking time, and it certainly saves budget.
Right.
Hey, you'll eventually get an airship because it's an RPG.
We don't want to walk around like miles and miles of this territory that's completely boring. Just have it as a smaller representation of
hallways
that.
anyway.
Right. It's like,
I mean, well, once you got to the planet on 13, it was just exactly what you described.
I hated that.
Giant fucking openness.
Right. It was just boring. I don't know.
I still haven't played that far in the game, so I can only, from early Final Fantasy 13, just idolize and be like, that must be so good. Because there's so many hallways. Which, a lot of people hate. I honestly don't hate that about 13. A lot of people really bitterly hate how hallway-y it is. And I'm like, I don't know. To me, an RPG basically boils down to me customizing characters to take advantage of situations, be strategic, and grind to gain lots of levels. 13's failing was its fucking combat system.
Also, characters who were infuriatingly annoying.
I didn't have that huge of a problem with the characters, but I know everyone does. I was okay with Saz.
Saz was fine.
Yeah, Saz, I don't mind Snow. I know you dislike Snow.
Yeah, I think the only one I really didn't like is Snow. Like
Lightning.
I was okay with
forever
Lightning.
Pushed as the protagonist, goes through no arc. Like, I can't even think of what her arc is.
Everyone else
basically
gets an arc.
they give her a little bit of an arc of like, okay,
with her sister or something.
Yeah, with her sister, and was trying to be like a almost motherly figure to Hope.
Yeah, but it was not. I just hated her the whole time. Like, you're not likable in any way. You have no redeeming features except, I got this crazy sword knife thing.
But she's a cold and hardened military type that's learning to open up and be a softer person. That sounds like many, many movies, actually. But
it wasn't done well at all. I couldn't.
I mean, that's the thing. For me, I liked the other characters. I mean, I wasn't super invested in Lightning, but I didn't hate her. I did hate Vanille. But that has everything to do with the way she acts, because she's fake and gay. She is! You hear her internally, and then you hear her externally. Those are two different people, that fake-ass bitch.
Okay.
And annoying as fuck.
I guess that's kind of what she was supposed to be, though. So.
Yeah, which is annoying as shit to deal with for long periods of time, of her just being like, I'm just so funny. Let's do this. Cheer up. And I'm just like, help.
I'm Australian for some reason.
Or British. A certain type of British.
I felt like she was a bit more Australian accent.
It's a typical British accent. I don't know which one, because there are many, many dialects where you add the R. And I didn't realize until after I played the game, to be perfectly honest. But yeah.
Anyway, let's move past Square Enix. Right. I'm done with Square Enix.
Blah!
Well, except for the
Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 has now been announced for the PS4.
Those classics.
That literally just makes me not want to buy Kingdom Hearts 2.5. That's all it does. Because, like, is Kingdom Hearts getting this treatment too?
Of course.
Because that's the way I would want it. I don't want to deal with this, like, shortchanged. It could have been like if they make these run at 60, which they really should. There's no reason that they shouldn't run at 60 at this point. That's just crazy.
I felt like they did before.
On the re-releases?
Yeah, 10 and 10.2.
I didn't think they did, but
I thought they did. The Digital Foundry did some stuff, so.
All right, we can check that out.
It is look-upable.
But, God, I know that Kingdom Hearts definitely did in it.
Yeah, no, that was upsetting.
Yeah.
That was really upsetting.
That's part of why I didn't end up playing all the way through Kingdom Hearts 1 again.
Birth by Sleep comes with 2, and that's the number one reason why I just really want that port of 2.
Yeah, I want to play that.
Birth by Sleep is still my favorite.
But it's on PS3.
Don't worry, though. There are no games on PS3 you would miss. So you must not want to play Birth by Sleep.
I'm going to choke you.
You have a PSP, though.
Yes?
You could have played it on the PSP.
Was that digital at all?
No.
God fucking...
I blame Disney
Square
for
Enix!
That. I blame Disney for that. Because Square Enix got plenty of games on digital.
I'm pretty sure they even said that it's Disney's fault.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Because Disney and contracts are
Fucking
that's like Satan and contracts. Do you really want to... Hey, guys, do you want to talk about how Marvel may get Spider-Man back?
No.
Let's talk about Bob cares because he likes Spider-Man.
I do like Spider-Man.
You like Spider-Man. You don't want to talk about Spider-Man?
I don't want to talk
Okay,
about
well, let's shift to a different form of Spider-Man conversation. Sam Raimi maybe coming back or something? I don't know. I thought I heard something about that. I was like, Sam Raimi makes something. I don't count The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Yeah, he made the new one.
Oh, wow.
The fun fact, and Maddox from the Best Page in the Universe has a really good video on this. It is The Evil Dead.
I want to see that movie now.
Yeah, but back to back. We got to watch like the third Evil Dead movie and then The Wizard of Oz.
Or Oz.
Oh, good. It's the third one.
It's the third one. Yeah.
Okay.
It is
It's
because
like the Army of Darkness.
The amazing thing is, if you really watch the Army of Darkness, that's the Wizard of Oz. So then the fact he made the Wizard of Oz,
oh god,
that was
kind of is.
even more that. Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Wow.
Traveler from a strange land comes in, they see him, they think he's doing magic, he has to lead them against an evil thing. Yeah. They even have several scenes in the new Wizard of Oz that is straight from that.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't see this movie already now. That's too good.
So clearly we're gonna have to rent that or buy it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's on Netflix yet.
I don't know. I feel like I would have noticed, like if it just popped up and it was like, "Hey, I'm on Netflix." I would have been like, "Hey, cool, we can watch you with eyeballs."
Whoa.
Wow.
What was that other Square Enix thing that was announced? Oh, right, it was just the Type Zero
Collector's Edition.
Yeah, they keep trying to scare us, the gaming public, into being like, "Hey, guys, you want to try that hotness that is the 6 Japanese Iwatobi Drive Club free." You want your swim club in an automobile RPG, so you gotta buy Final Fantasy Type Zero. Oh, I know. You wanted to buy it used. You want to buy it used, you little shits. No, it only comes with the first run of these games. So fuck you.
Yep.
Okay.
I would be so much happier with Square Enix if it was headed by Lewis Black.
Yeah. Oh my. I would be happier with a lot of things if they were headed by Lewis Black.
Here at Xbox, we don't give a shit. You stay online. Where the fuck are you? In the middle of the goddamn forest? Don't make excuses. I will find out. Yeah, that would handle that a lot better.
Yeah.
I finally remember the one game we didn't write down for the Game Awards. It was that zombie game where they showed the CG trailer, which people keep saying, "Oh no, that's in game." No, it wasn't a game. It was first-person perspective, and it was all crazy and sort of Mad Maxy. And I was like, "Where are the zombies?"
Oh yeah, that thing.
Now, just to be clear, because I think I brought this up during the ceremony, that game is headed by the dude Robert Bowling.
Was it Human Factor? Wasn't it called?
Yeah,
that was it.
Robert Bowling, the community manager for Infinity Ward back in the day. He's been like teasing this for a bit, so
great.
Finally out in the open, because before it was just a name, which I don't even remember. Human Element, whatever.
Yeah, Human Element.
So something like that. Yeah.
The Human Factor, Human Element.
Yeah. Whatever.
Element.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was Element.
But let's move on. We're moving on.
Now we can talk about colors.
No, wait, yes. Okay, fine. So Xbox now allows you to buy games and shit with Bitcoin.
It's crazy.
Just Bitcoin. I haven't checked the charts.
Bitcoin is like magic. I don't understand where you get it and how people accept it as currency.
And I was like, okay, do you understand the stock market?
And roughly, no, probably not.
Okay, so like stock market, it's sort of like, I don't know, speculation. Basically, it is madness incarnate. So the stock market and Bitcoin are one and the same thing. It's the part of the human brain that is just insanity. It is just the idea.
It is your super id.
Sure. Okay. It's just fucking madness. And then Bob was like, well, it's like imaginary numbers. And I'm like, no, it's more like imaginary colors. And then I was like, okay, so do you know about imaginary colors? Like,
No.
as an idea. Okay, so...
Well, on a base level, I can guess, but go on.
There is a thing, I forget the name of it, like Kalman spectrum or whatever, I forget. It's a charted out thing that shows every color that the human eye can see in relation to the color spectrum as a whole. And it's three-dimensional, or I guess two-dimensional, actually. So it looks like a goofy fucking triangle that's bent and weird shit. So because it's this weird shape... Getting a monitor, getting video software, getting anything that's digital and deals with color to even attempt to display it is really fucking hard because all of our colors are 3 different color combinations. Yeah. Red, green, blue. So what they have to do is they have to set these 3 points mostly inside of the spectrum. Like, there's one spectrum that covers all of it. But because it's a fucking triangle, like this visible spectrum of light, but bent.
Okay.
This spectrum that we would have to use to show all these colors also covers imaginary colors that don't exist.
Oh.
So you see the triangle for that larger spectrum just goes off.
Like banana orange or...
Like super green.
Oh.
Somewhere more green than green and very teal.
Oh.
Yes. So if you can imagine, you buy a monitor in the year 2050 that is, oh no, it glitched and showed me a color that didn't exist. What the fuck? Imaginary colors.
Well, it does now. It just showed it to you.
Right? But does it? Once you perceive it, because the color is defined by your ability to see it.
So that's a gift for you and you alone that gave to you.
And you are now dead. Because the madness has
because your
it.
brain couldn't process it and ripped a hole in the space-time continuum.
After the color had passed, only it and the monitor remained. But in any case, yeah, so
is it included in the warranty? may cause you to cease to exist.
Yes.
But if I never existed, I never purchased the monitor. So do you get your money back?
But
how does this work?
But when, oh no, you hold up your hand, you're just fading.
So that's kind of crazy that they're going to let you buy stuff in Bitcoin. I wonder how they're going to...
With dreams and hope?
I have just wonder how they're going to liquefy the Bitcoin and how often, which is super important in the current market because...
It shifts radically?
It actually hasn't as of late.
Weird.
It needs to do that more. I think this is a statement on how far gone the world is, especially the tech world. It's just fucking insane.
Okay.
It goes up and down $60, but when it's worth $1,000 or something, that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's like depreciating less than a whole percent. So yeah, I have to wonder how often they're going to liquefy that, how that even shows up on their fiscal or whatever. Like, there's this fake and gay website that was advertising. I think their name's National Report or something. They just lie. It's not even funny. It's just they write satire that's just not even remotely funny, not even remotely like insightful. It was like, what was it? The FBI finally found the man, Satoshi Nakamoto, who invented Bitcoin, and he's a member of the NSA, and blah, 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 blah. He was a cryptologist. And it was like, this isn't real. And Google's, yep, nope, not real. Why are they... And they do this all the time, and people on Facebook share it because they're idiots, and they can't Google a website they're getting news from and spreading. And that's why you saw that retweet from me earlier today, Eric, where it was like, what was it? Why would you take your precious time and verify a news source when you can keep spreading the news story and increase your social clout?
Yep.
It's great. I love the world.
The world is a fascinating place.
Ralph Bayer's dead.
The Ralph Bayer is dead. The world is fucking hot.
It is fucking shitty. So Ralph Bayer, for those who don't know, he got a presidential award for innovation in technology and stuff because he was the guy who invented the brown box. He basically invented Pong, even though Atari took that and made Pong.
Right.
And then
More
he
or
made
less invented consoles.
made the Magnavox Odyssey.
Yeah.
Because the brown box could be considered the first console ever. Magnavox Odyssey, for those who don't know, is a pretty cool thing. It used overlays on your TV, kind of like they had for controllers. So you put the play field on your TV and then you would play on it.
I saw that sort of thing.
Incredible for 19 whatever,
right?
Like 70, I think.
But he died.
Maybe even 60.
Old.
But yeah, he died at the age of 92, which
that's
good on him. His wife's been dead for a while. So all he's been doing with his life is tinkering like he always has been, and he just sort of had this tone of like, yeah, you just keep doing what you've been doing.
I feel like him and
past
Gunpei
two.
Yokoi should have been bros.
They should have, in a better world.
Yeah.
That would have worked out, but no. Now he's dead. Gunpei's been dead for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, 97, 98? Something like that.
Wasn't that like in a car accident or something?
Accident.
So it was just
No, he wasn't even a car. He was run over.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yep.
No, I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna go cry.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was just hit by
a car was involved.
I'm pretty
So
sure.
that is still a car accident.
There was a car, and then he died.
That is still a car accident. That is a hit and run. Slight difference. But yeah. So now I get to avoid all this sadness by going into Dan's angry talk. I was actually going to do an episode of the Rantisco about this. I was going to record it. Maybe it'll still come out.
Maybe.
And then to people who listen to our podcast, it'll be redundant as fuck.
It's a preview.
But whatever. The Xbox One outsold the PS4 in November for monthly sales.
Okay.
In the US and the UK.
Whoa.
Sony, what the fuck are you doing? You had a fucking lead for the first time in a decade, and you're like, oh, whatever. It doesn't matter that it's fucking November. We'll just shit up the joint and bundle with old fucking shit like The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh yeah, those were huge games. They were really popular. You make a good point. Last gen, which was last year. And in case you haven't noticed, you're in the new gen. Nobody gives a fuck. They already played that game. Last of Us sold like 11 million copies last gen. Who the fuck is gonna want to buy a PS4 and get a shinier version? I'm sure that's a thing.
Right,
that isn't as appealing as buy a cheap Xbox One and get Assassin's Creed Unity, even though that's a piece of shit people don't know.
Yeah, they didn't know until after they got it. Because, I mean, they were used to sell those bundles before the game came out because the bundle just came with the DLC code for it.
Yep.
Or they may not even know once they play it because they don't have a way to articulate whether or not a game is good or bad because the gaming populace doesn't know that shit.
Sure they do. Everything's shitty because it doesn't do the thing they want.
Okay.
Unity is one of those special cases where I believe that it can endeavor and prove to anyone
that it's
the most mild game player that it is garbage.
Okay.
It is literally that level.
The lowest scores I've seen a AAA game get in a really long time.
Like 7s?
6.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And we all know the scale starts there.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Dan's like, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, 6 out of 10. And people are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I'm like, what? I already played this game.
God, no, that reminds me. There was either IGN or GameSpot something. The review for Mega Man Type 0. No, sorry, Bomberman 0.
Act Zero.
Act 0. It was a 0 out of 10. It was just, no. That was like the whole body of the review was, no.
I remember that.
I don't. You need, oh, God.
I really think Sony really dropped the ball on this. They should have made some better deals. They should have gotten more software out. They should have... I mean, it would be more appealing, as crazy as this sounds, it would be more appealing for them to bundle The Last of Us and a shitload of free downloadable games. Like, hey, Spelunky. Hey, Minecraft. And that would have been cheaper deals to make.
Right. If they put Minecraft in there, that thing would have sold like crazy.
But they're fucking retarded. I mean, that's the thing. Sure, everyone owns Minecraft already, but that still sells better than Grand Theft Auto 5 in 2014.
Yeah, I mean, Grand Theft Auto is another one where literally everyone played it.
Yeah. Both of those games were terrible bundle choices because fucking The Last of Us sold 11 million or something, probably more by now, and Grand Theft Auto 5 sold like 20 or 30 or some ridiculous amount of millions.
Yeah, now they got another bundle thing going on. I'm not sure if it's only GameStops or what. It's basically buy PS4 that's not the bundle version, so you don't even get to buy those other...
Right, okay,
right?
so...
But then you get to choose Far Cry, Little Big Planet... then two others, I can't remember. But you get one of those.
You get to choose one.
Yeah, Destiny. It's like,
why couldn't they even just do Little Big Planet?
I don't know.
Fucking Microsoft's out there. They're making the deals. They're like, whatever, you get our fucking anarchist bullshit, like, Generation Z game, whatever the fuck we call this thing.
Look at that guy's faux hawk. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, they're making the deals. They're making shit work. Sony's sitting on their goddamn ass because they're like, we're selling well. This feels good.
We're gonna plan the biggest party for us ever.
I'm gonna down a sleeve of Nabisco.
But yeah, and then they also dropped the price of the Xbox One all the way down to $330 for a Black Friday. That was insane.
Yeah,
they clearly wanted to win in sales, and they did.
I mean, but that's the thing. Long term, this really sucks for Sony. Like, everyone's sitting here and it's like, no, it shows that the gaming market's larger. Bullshit. It has gotten larger since last gen. It isn't so large that both of these consoles can have such huge shares and people are still buying games on both. Shitloads of people are just going to own both. The important thing is for Sony to grab up all the people who don't own one or the other yet early on.
Right.
They're fucking up hard.
They are.
Bastards. How dare they? I'm fucking angry at you guys. Because let's be fair. Microsoft fucked up in every way imaginable and unimaginable with the Xbox One. Here's your fucking forced camera. It has to be on. And then miscommunications about whether or not you need to be connected to the internet and all this bullshit. They could not have fucked up more.
I talked to a guy like last week who thought they had the DRM still, and he had already bought his Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that didn't even deter you? You're crazy.
No, he's like, oh, they still have that, right? No, you can't tell. No.
No, when you buy these, you own these. I don't know what you don't get here.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sony, get your shit together. Stop fucking up. Jesus Christ.
And man, if they had PSX just a little bit earlier... That would have been so much more marketing for them because so many people have already bought their stuff by the time December rolls around.
Yeah, that was another thing we were talking about. I was like, if they just fucking did this in early November, it would have been fucking fine. People could have been excited about something for their fucking platform. But instead, they had Drive Club come out this quarter, and that was it.
And they didn't talk about it. And they didn't talk about any of it because they knew that it wasn't good.
I mean, that's the thing. Little Big Planet's got to be better than Drive Club.
Yeah.
And them not talking about it is not helping them. Even if it doesn't look great, them not talking about it doesn't do anything better. Because what I hear people saying, like even the people at Rooster Teeth are saying this, they're like, yeah, the games we like are on the Xbox. It's like, dude, like every game's on everything except for like very few, like, I don't know. What is the name of that?
Sunset Overdrive.
And the Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief Collection, which is still broken. Which is really sad.
It is.
Like, that is...
I wanted an Xbox One for that, but that ain't happening. Because by the time I get it, the servers will be dead. Yeah. So then I'll be relying on other people with Xbox Ones to do a LAN. Oh, one of them that I know.
Yes.
Whatever. But yeah, no, I'm pissed at Sony. This is worse than the PSP situation, I think. I also think that. It's just like, dude, Sony, the PS4 is not the PSP. You can't fucking come out here and release 2 games a year. Because they had Infamous, they had fucking Drive Club, and Little Big Planet 3. Can anyone name anything other than those 3 this whole year?
That was released by them.
That was made by them.
For them.
Yeah. There was The Last of Us. That hardly counts.
Right, the remastered edition. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So fuck them. The PSP had better support than this. Sure, there are a bunch of third-party games, but that doesn't help them.
Right.
Like, in the grand scheme of things, all these fucking indie games showing up on their platform, a lot of it doesn't matter because most of the kids are out there watching YouTube videos of the PC versions, which come out almost a year ahead of time. compared to their platform. We still don't have Broforce, and that came out in what, May?
Yeah, yeah.
They need to either step up their game with the porting process, or I don't know. Like, that's the thing. They think it's a huge win that they're getting all these indie games, and it's great. Like, but the majority of gamer culture is now focused on watching YouTube personalities play games that just came out on Steam. And if your platform is getting that game a year late, that just makes you look really fucking lame to those people.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good that they're eventually coming, but yeah, it just takes a long while.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help them as a platform. That's something you sell to the people that are already there.
Right.
So, yeah, they're really doing a shitty job. I would say really, really. They made a great platform. I think the PS4 is a great experience. I definitely liked it more than the times I used the Xbox One. Because that nightmare menu is fucking... Have you ever used it? Have you ever looked at it?
I've only seen the 360 menu, and I was already confused by that.
I would compare it to the Smash menus.
God.
It is...
It really is. It's a multi-page Smash menu. Where none of it makes sense, and you start to, like, navigate, and you're like, wait, does this loop?
Yeah.
How many layers down am I? How far has time slowed?
Which one is me? There's 3 of you in the room. But
all of you confused.
They're asking no one for directions because of their man pride. Don't ask. They don't know either. No one knows because I don't know.
And they're all me.
Help. But yeah, no, I think the PS4 is better hardware. It's stronger hardware. It's fucking a much better interface.
It looks nicer.
It installs faster. It loads faster. It does everything better. But as a platform at this point, they're really fucking it up. If they don't come out next year with some really solid shit to hit by the end of it, like they've got The Order and Uncharted.
Bloodborne.
And Bloodborne. Okay, so next year's already a better year than this one.
Definitely. I think that, God, they really need something Bloodborne scale. Like, oh, yeah, man, we got this other developer to make a game for us to come out at the end of this year. They needed that.
Yeah.
Because that's how Microsoft got us so many games.
Yeah. Like Insomniac.
Yeah.
Man, if only Sony had a history of working with Insomniac, then they could have had that game. Even though that game wouldn't have been super amazing, it would definitely make their platform look better.
Aren't they still... Wait, does Insomniac do Fortnite? Was that?
No, that's Epic.
That's... Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mixing it up.
Shit.
If I wanted that shit, I would invite Aggro to the podcast.
Okay.
Aggro's like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, I'd screw that up all day.
Konami with their Mega Mans. No. What? It's Blue Bomber. The Capcom logo is blue. Come on.
We're not talking about Bomberman.
God damn it. What?
That is owned by Platinum Games. Aggro, go home.
You're drunk. You're game drunk. Game drunk. Drunk. A very similar show to Game Sack, but a lot more drunk.
Less sacks.
Do we know that that's actually selling true for Xboxes, or if that's
that is sold?
Okay, wow.
That is sold. And I'm not surprised. Are you?
No, not really. Just because of like how crazy they pushed that.
I have to go to a single fucking store to know that would work out great for them. $330. That's so much cheaper than $400 in the eyes of the public.
It is.
That's a whole
and then
nother
with
game.
2 games. It comes two.
Exactly. So that's almost a 3-game advantage, except for
and they brought those bundles out before Sony did.
Yeah,
because Sony only brought them out on the Black Friday weekend, whereas they brought them out like 2 weeks in advance or something.
And then if you're fucking Call of Duty hardcore, then you get that terabyte hard drive in your Xbox One instead of just the normal 500.
Right.
So that's even
that is
a good deal there.
That console was like $400 or something.
Yeah, it was a higher price, but still, you could see that as the super hardcore like bundle. Because it's like, oh my god, I get twice as much storage and...
Right.
Yeah.
And the new Call of Duty.
And the new Call of Duty. But now we're going to talk about the PlayStation experience because I'm just angry about the Sony stuff.
Let's not give you any break by talking about something not PlayStation. Let's go right into more PlayStation stuff.
So hey, Ultra Street Fighter 4 coming exclusively next gen to the PS4.
I'll probably buy it. I'm a sucker.
Yeah, you will. I know at least 2 other people who are likely to buy it. You people really worry me.
And like, I don't even like. It's terrible. I don't even like Street Fighter 4. Like, I don't like the way it feels.
But you like Street Fighter so much.
Right? It just overcomes that. I'll get all those costumes, man.
I just want to dress up so bad. You do get every costume. All of them.
Watch
Even
me
the
give
furry
a
ones.
fuck.
I'm waiting.
I'm not gonna. I'm all out of fucks to give. Yeah, so that's cool for people who immensely care about that. I hope Capcom works with the Skullgirls guys to get some arcade stick compatibility in there.
Right, I saw them tweeting at Capcom the day that this other announcement was made.
It's like, here, take our firmware.
Yeah.
Please.
But I mean, Japan is this crazy.
Right.
By the way, driver's not firmware, but
Whatever.
In any case.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm helping.
Okay.
See, that was the part
Take
where
our
you listened.
let me go back to past
Okay.
me.
Wait,
Take our driver, Capcom. How about that?
Yeah,
Is that
there
good?
you go.
You
High
want to
five,
do another
high
take?
five. That was,
Yeah.
No, that was gold.
Great.
First take, Eric. That's what we call this guy.
You do 2 takes. I do 2 takes as well. Just
Yes, because I will make you.
But yeah, I hear that the guys who make Guilty Gear actually do know about that driver, which is good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I didn't think that would be the case. Mm-hmm. I doubt if it's actually already in there, but
Yeah,
maybe,
I doubt
maybe
it
we'll
too.
we'll get an update for it.
I'm sure we'll get a patch if they know. Just because hardcore fighting game community is pretty tight. But enough about Ultra Suck Fits 4. Let's talk about the new shit.
Like
Suck Fits 5.
It's fine.
Actually, I saw people on IGN, I think it was, break down the parts that they think make it look like it's more inspired by Street Fighter 3. Apparently, some of the moves that Chun-Li pulls off, she only has in that game, and same with Ryu. Like the lightning being an attribute of his Hadokens is something he only had in Street Fighter 3, and that shows up in this.
I don't know if that's true. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure that showed up in maybe it was EX series.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying what I read from them.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, I didn't really notice. I noticed the Chun-Li was doing the water power up.
I distinctly remember him having that in Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Thank you.
I don't know.
You're welcome.
Probably not. I don't think they had anything. I think that game is a dream of a man in a coma.
Yeah. I am the same way. I've been playing Street Fighter since the fucking Street Fighter 2, and I this whole time I'm like, that game isn't real. It's a nightmare we tell our children to scare them away from movie tie-in games. Because I've never seen it. Have you?
Nope.
Like, have you ever seen it in person?
No.
Okay, you?
Only on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In person on the internet.
that's right.
Hey, St. Louis, what do you got today? Oh, I have Sonic 06. It's not that bad. Okay. Don't talk to him, Bob. That's a bad man. He defends Sonic 06 and eats children. And he's like, no, come back. I hunger.
Coward.
St. Louis is like, I know he's not listening to this because this is over an hour in, but God, it would be so funny if he's like, why do I eat children? I don't get it.
Is it true?
Am I a nightmare that we tell children to scare away from YouTubers? I don't.
Meanwhile,
Where-
he's trying to pick out the child fingers in between his teeth
Yeah,
that
Man,
are
that one's-
fangs now.
That's really lodged in there. Lois, bring me my floss. But no. So Street Fighter V, visually not radically different from
No,
4.
I was like,
Right.
this is new. This seems
I mean,
not
it's-
so new.
It can tell it's an upgrade, but it's not as much of an upgrade as I was hoping. I'm hoping some of that is just it's an early build, so like the background isn't done at all.
I would say it was. I mean, just on watching it, I was a little disappointed that they kept the ink splotch effect. Like, I thought that was distinctly Street Fighter 4's thing. It's like,
Right.
It was, but what people are pointing out is that Chun-Li has like water shit coming off of her. She's like streaking water everywhere, and then Ryu's doing the ink thing. So there's a possibility that everyone has a different one, and it's not
Okay.
just colors, but
All
it
right.
also could just be different colors.
That's it.
Right.
Be like, oh, she's kind of watery, and then he's like black ink, and then he's fire ink, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, so hopefully that's not the case.
Right.
We'll just have to wait for more footage to know that much.
Really, this is Okami the fighting game.
Yes, clearly.
Was
Draw the Hadouken.
wow,
It would be terrible.
that would be pretty terrible.
Can I get super rudimentary with this Hadouken? Just draw a D. The tail's implied. It's moving fast.
There we go. What was the title for this game looks amazing.
Oh, the title card,
Yeah, the
the
title
logo.
card.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
incredible. Better than the game.
Probably.
Yeah. Just looking at the game, I'm not excited. I'll play it when it comes out because I feel like every fighting game really just boils down to how it mechanically feels.
Right.
At the end of the day.
I feel like this gives them a chance to have it not feel like Street Fighter 4, because like I just said, I don't like the way Street Fighter 4 feels. And we were talking earlier about how much we like Street Fighter 3.
I mean, we loved it. That was our fucking fighting game until Skullgirls.
And it's... Yeah, I really want this to feel like... It doesn't need the parry mechanic, as I understand that's not coming back. There's no way they're going to bring something that hardcore into it again, I don't think.
No, probably not.
But yeah, just the fluidity of all the movements was so much nicer in that game, and it'd be nice to see that come back to Street Fighter.
It would. What was it? They were saying on the Giant Bombcast, I haven't verified this myself, but the developer Arika made the Street Fighter EX games, and the weird characters in that are actually owned by them, and that's why they don't show up anymore.
Huh. I guess that makes sense.
That might be the case. I'm just sad because Skullomania is a fucking incredible name for a dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
And he looked pretty cool, too.
I mean,
cool.
There's still some guys from Street Fighter Alpha 3 that haven't come back that I'm kind of surprised about, like Karin and stuff.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought she was a neat character.
Yeah, you don't. I mean,
didn't it take them till the last version of Street Fighter 4, like Ultra, to put Rose back in?
No, Rose was in there real early. She was either first or second release. Elena didn't show up till the last entry. But, of course, she's from Third Strike, not from that.
Right. I'm trying to think. There was somebody from Alpha I thought they added really late.
What was it? The guy with the club.
Are you talking Guy? Or Cody?
No, not Guy or Cody. He uses grenades and...
Oh, Rolento.
Rolento, yeah.
Yeah, Rolento's amazing.
It took him all the way till that final version to come in.
That's fucking weird.
Did they put in Poison as an actual fighter in that game?
Yes.
Yes.
Because she was in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but then everyone's like, you're just doing that because it's cheaper to bring her from Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And they're like, no, it's not. It's not that easy. And then you play it, and you're like, bullshit.
Right. It's like, this feels the same.
This is the exact same, which doesn't even make sense with the rest of... Whatever. Let's not... Okay. So they also got out. Sony did their keynote. It took forever. It was 2.5 hours or something. And they just boom, game. We didn't put down Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon.
That was pretty amazing.
Which was a game in which they bragged that the trailer is like, you enter an ancient dungeon to get a gun so powerful it can kill the past. And I was like, this is made by Devolver Digital, isn't it? And yeah, the publisher's Devolver Digital. I love those guys.
Yeah, those guys are
so
good.
about those guys are a bunch of bros.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like everyone who touched Hotline Miami, from the development team to the publisher side, bros.
Probably.
But
no hating.
No hating. No. Party Rocket's fine in my book. But yeah, no.
And that was part of a big old like sizzle reel involving like Super Time Force with Shuhei.
Ultra, yeah. Super Time Force Ultra, which features Shuhei Yoshida in it now. Shooting tweets at people because he set them to lethal.
That was pretty great.
That was one of the few games that was on the Xbox One where I was actually super jelly. That has come out so far. Because they've announced a few really neat ones that haven't come out, like the old-timey cartoon-looking one.
That's only...
That's exclusive.
Weird.
I was salty.
Yeah.
Both me and Tosh, my girlfriend, were very salty about that.
Yeah. That's probably hitting PC too, though, right? Because I know that...
I think so, yeah.
With Ori, the Forgotten Forest, that was like the only one I was super excited about for Xbox One, and that was announced as like same day PC, and I was like, whoa, what?
Okay then. Problem solved. Thanks, Microsoft. Enjoy getting $0 of that game sale. What else? Skytorn?
Yeah, Skytorn looked amazing. Like that was the most impressive one, outside of Gungeon, for indie games, I would say.
You gonna describe the game? Anyone?
You use a shovel.
Yeah, it's Metroid-y and
it's Shovel Knight and Metroid and
which is good.
Also Terraria.
Also Shovel Knight. That is happening as well.
Yeah, and it has Kratos in it, which was pretty fucking cool.
Right.
There was that game from Drinkbox Studios that was announced.
Yeah, that was announced a while back. That was just the second trailer they made.
I had not seen anything about that before.
Can anyone remind me which one?
It was like the Severed Arm.
Yeah, Severed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that thing. For the Vita?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll play it because I love them. They're good. They're good
with
people.
my mouth face.
With any orifice they choose, really.
So we also Bastion's
on PS4 and Vita, and oh my god, I had to clean up my room when I saw that. I was just like, it's everywhere, but it's okay, it's fine, everything's great.
So there you go, Bob. That's why that was an important announcement.
Right.
I'm so happy about that, guys.
That's good.
Such joy.
That's good. That's good. That's good. They had a Bloodborne thing.
Yeah, that Bloodborne thing I thought was really cool.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a procedurally generated co-op dungeon.
Yeah.
That was really neat. In that universe, procedurally generated co-op dungeon is amazing. Just because of the way it controls and the art style. Most of the time, the idea of procedurally generated content or a co-op dungeon doesn't really super appeal to me, but for some reason, that game mechanically and that art style makes that fucking awesome. Just the idea that, oh, you're being chased by this boulder because you turned the wrong way, and then the floor falls out, and you're in this room that's like knee-high in water, and
True,
you're dealing
like-
with this fucking demon, and it's
True, like actual roguelike generated dungeons like that.
Yeah.
And like the biggest positive I've heard from people who play a lot of Dark Souls is that the biggest problem with Dark Souls is the end game is just start over again on New Game Plus. It's like, but what if I don't wanna? This gives you an option for it. Like, it's not the whole game, it's just one area you can go in and be like, it's forever. It's just always different.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm always a fan of New Game Plus because I prefer to have tighter content that's a bit more narrated.
But that option is
Right.
cool too. I like that.
Yes. Oh my god, so excited. This is the one thing that's excited me the most, actually. Because
Yeah,
the game looks neat, it looks fun, but just the fucking...
The thought of just one area that is that. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of reminds me of the old Castlevanias where, well, not the super old one, more like the Game Boy Advance one, where there's like
Okay.
the special dungeon you go to that's just
That was a
like
deep...
the Coliseum. That's what they always was. It was like you went through all the rooms of like it wasn't procedurally generated, but it was totally like separated from the rest of the game.
That actually
And you
is
got really cool items.
that is a feature that skipped all of them until the DS ones.
Yeah,
Because it was in Circle of the Moon,
Yeah,
and
Circle
then it
of the
was
Moon.
in 2 of the DS ones. It wasn't even in Dawn of Sorrow.
it wasn't in Dawn of Sorrow.
Uh-uh.
Jeez.
Which is why he's blanking over here, because it's not in Dawn
No,
of
I
Sorrow.
played Portrait, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it's in the portrait.
It's in the lower left part of the map. You bust out a floor in the very beginning. You use a special thing. You go through a painting, and you end up in this abyss that has this great looping music. And it gets faster and faster as you travel further and further down. Order of Ecclesias was especially great because it ends with a Chinese hopping vampire.
Okay.
It was just like, wow. And it was fucking powerful.
I don't
It
know
wrecked
if
my
I even
shit.
got to that. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's hardcore.
I
It's
really
really
need to.
fucking hard. That one was like, hey, all you Metroidvania fans, how do you like it in the butt? And I'm like, what?
What?
Maybe
I don't.
Can you run that by me again? I don't think I heard you right.
Oh, don't worry, I'm
What?
gonna run it through you. What? Wait,
What?
I don't. Koji blush. But yeah, getting off the topic of that, Until Dawn was shown off at both the Game Awards and the PlayStation Experience. So they turned a horror movie into a series of quick-time events that are decisions. You make decisions. Actually, I don't know. Were there quick-time events? I mean, there was a moment where you had to throw the vase.
Like if you were hiding under a bed or in a locker, you had to hold the controller perfectly still.
And then when
not
he
move.
grabbed you, you had to like smash a square
Okay.
button to get out.
Okay, but yeah, you make decisions. It's a very binary decision thing from the looks of it, where you get like 2 decisions. I think maybe there was one that was 3, but I only remember 2.
Yeah, I think that most of them
It's
were
like a
too.
choose your own adventure, but
super
replace
fast-paced
adventure
and
with
frantic.
not get murdered.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. You keep relating it to, what was the David Cage game simulator or whatever?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, to me, this isn't up its own ass trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
So that does
So
a lot
that
to
should
help
help
it
it.
in my book.
Yeah, it does seem more like to the dragon. What is it?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. That's just no. You're trying to survive.
Yeah, and I always like that sort of thing. And
Also, you're a lady in a towel.
they were saying like there are a bunch of characters in this, and when they die, that's permanent and it affects the story.
Right.
Which
So you have to
wasn't-
wonder like how short this whole thing is going to be. Because it's clearly
the shorter
made
it is,
with-
the happier I am, because that means they can make it more and more interesting and more interactive and
Right.
more branches. But yeah, that
I
sounds
think
pretty
what
cool.
what I've always like, pretty much since we started seeing the David Cage type games, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd much rather have something that's a really tight experience like this and trying to be funny than trying to be horrific.
But comedy is really, really fucking hard, and
I
even
know.
harder in a video game.
Right. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything that did comedy especially well in a video game.
Portal 2 had some really good moments.
It did.
Poker Night at the Inventory.
That was all right.
Oh,
It's doled out over a huge period
Yeah,
of
that's
time, though.
true.
So as a comedy experience, it kind of doesn't.
Some of the point-and-click adventures for PS1 had Blazing Dragons, which was really good. If anyone remembers that game.
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought I knew everything.
No. So wrong.
Satan, I want my refund. Give me my soul back.
Satan's like, I didn't even know about that.
What is it?
It's called Blazing Dragons. It's an adventure game on the PS1. It had like it had a couple of Monty Python people in it, like Eric Idle and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
It was really funny, I thought. I mean, it's been a while since I revisited it. Maybe that was just younger me going, this is hilarious. But I remember
that does happen with people a lot.
I still find Bayonetta 1, 2, and Devil May Cry 3 hilarious.
I feel like Bayonetta, a lot of it hits the mark, and a lot of it also makes you go, what?
Yeah, it does have moments.
Because that's his specific type of humor. I feel like Devil May Cry 3 doesn't do that nearly as often. It is completely transparent in how stupid a moment is supposed to be. Of just like, Dante was trying to be a badass, and then just something bled all over his face, and he gives this face of like, oh, god damn it, you just ruined how cool I was. I mean, fight. What was it? Lady shoots a rocket at him. He backflips and rides it around the room. Devil May Cry 3 knows exactly how fucking retarded it is.
Right.
And I feel like, to some extent, it owns it better than Bayonetta 1 did, because Bayonetta 1 sort of recycled a few of those moments, like the beach ball one.
Yeah, they did.
And that's where I think that one sort of failed. And that's sad, because those moments are great the first time. And the second time, you're just like, oh, you kind of ruined it.
And the Wonderful 101, that had... Like, that game is awful. That had some of the funniest moments. And every time you screw up a QuickTime event, there's some other really goofy animation that plays for them dying.
That's awesome. Man.
I really wish that game were good.
I wish Kamiya would work on something that would just let him express his funny.
Right.
Like, him doing a David Cage type game could work out, I think. If you were aiming for comedy. Or sexiness. I don't know. Both.
Sexy comedy.
Sexy comedy. Too bad we know that's not happening, and Scalebound is. So about those Xbox One exclusives, Bob.
Yeah.
Fucking Sony, you should be cutting some checks.
They should. They should. Like, they're getting this one up by
Microsoft.
By Microsoft and
Sega.
In this. In Sega. Totally, Dan. Oh, yeah. They announced that they're bringing Yakuza 5 to the States.
Yeah, they did.
4 and 5, right?
They did.
4 is already out here.
Oh.
I love how that's how that conversation goes every time.
Right?
Oh, wow, they're bringing 4 over 2. That already happened. I care.
Yeah.
I don't care either way, honestly.
Have you ever played them?
No.
They're really good.
Okay.
I really need to play 3, 4, and 5. That's how bad I am. I played 2 all the way through, and that's the last one I've played.
I never put enough time in those to beat them.
Yeah,
I played a few hours of each. Yeah, they're enormous games, but they're really... I like a lot of what they do.
Right, yeah, they do a pretty good job at what they do.
At what they do.
Kind of like if Shenmue was actually good.
Yes, exactly right. That is what they are. It's pretty incredible. The similarities are vast. Basically all-encompassing. Shenmue is a really shitty version of Yakuza, no joke.
Okay.
From a storytelling aspect, from the... Here are a bunch of mini-games to play. Like, the mini-games are just better in Yakuza. I have to wonder if most Shenmue fans realize. Because I feel like a lot of them that I know don't really ever talk about Yakuza.
Yeah, that is weird, like, that they probably lost, like, their whole Western fan base, like, without knowing it.
Here's an idea. Shenmue is a poor man's Yakuza.
Okay.
It's true. It's just... I have to wonder how much flaming would actually happen in the comment section of that video. Like, maybe I'll just make it just to fuck with people.
Right.
In any case, whatever. Yakuza 5, totally excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just disappointed they didn't announce any of the PS4 ones. Because Yakuza 5 is still a PS3 game.
Yeah.
You could have announced Yakuza 0. We don't need to play the other ones because it's the prequel.
Yes, that's true. But it is even more so, like, not relatable to Americans.
I guess,
because Yakuza 5 is in an urban environment. It, at some levels, more appreciable than Samurai.
No, 0 is the one set in the 1980s.
Oh, in the 1980s. That's right. And I was way more interested in that than the Ishin.
that's a really cool thing to see stuff about. And like I said, you don't need any connections to the other games because this is going to introduce all of the characters.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought it was pretty good. Like the announcement of that, I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Like now there's no pressure of like go play Yakuza 3, 4, 2.
Yeah, whereas with 5, I'm like, I need to play 3, man.
5 is just gonna be spoiling the shit out of it right out of the game. Like, good job, you fucked up your best friend. Yeah, well, that's because he slept with my ex-girlfriend who had my baby at the time. And it's just like, wow, this seems like a lot to take in. I need out. Man, isn't it so bizarre how Yakuza is like a really good Shenmue? Like, no other company's ever done that. No other company had a dude sink their company financially, making one game. It was total garbage, and then like, oh god, I just said that. We have Roger. But yeah, and then 4 years later, some completely different creators just like, here's the good version.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. What was it? There's a major tie between Sony and that franchise, if I'm not mistaken.
Yakuza?
Yeah, I feel like there was a behind the scenes thing where a dude at Sega was talking about how they were having trouble getting it off the ground at Sega, so he was talking to other publishers about it.
Huh.
And then it just became some major tie between Sony and Sega to make that thing a reality.
Crazy.
And the reason he made it even weirder, if you know about the Shenmue thing, is that he was tired of all the sequels on the market. It's like, dude, your game's Shenmue. Do you not? You didn't name it that. And now there are like 6 of them, so it's even more.
That is, wow.
Or 7. They're making the 7th now. Because Yakuza 0 would not be the 6th. Ishin also came out.
Also, Kanzen or whatever the other one was, it was also set in like.
Oh my god, there are 2 in the samurai period?
Yeah, because one is like.
Oh my god, that's
end
right.
And
Jesus
the other is the
Christ.
beginning, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I forgot. Holy shit, there are a lot of Yakuza games.
Yes.
This asshole hasn't played any
There's
of them.
also a PSP exclusive one.
Okay, I thought no joke, this isn't even a joke. I thought I made that up.
It's called like Black Panther or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was expecting Spike Lee to show up. What?
Nothing.
Black
Nothing
Panthers.
at all.
Nothing. In any case, moving on. There are a bunch of panels and stuff where they talk about shit.
All the panels from the PS Experience is available online.
Yeah, just
I
go
need
to
to go
PlayStation
watch
on
those.
YouTube. Yeah.
Like I saw parts of some of them, and they were really good. Like the God of War one was pretty cool. They showed off the Pegasus scene at the earliest stages.
If you guys are used to watching postmortems on games, a lot of these kind of come off as those, but they're kind of the Shenmue to the Yakuza, where a normal postmortem is the better version of these panels. These panels are still good, so whatever, go watch them. Most postmortems are a lot more tightly edited and have more interesting information from most of what I've seen.
Some of them I saw, they like at the end of it broke into questions from the audience.
Broke into song.
And it was like, oh man, they're just all gonna ask Neil Druckmann something random. They did? Yeah, they did. And
of course.
It was like a panel of all these creators, and they just all wanted to ask Neil Druckmann about The Last of Us.
That is how every postmortem feels. It's like, motherfucker, you have an industry luminary, and you're asking him something stupid or like, hey, do you like heavy rain?
Show us your butt.
Now, if it was that would be funny.
Okay.
Especially if they all said it. It would get funnier each time, because it's like, why the fuck are they asking this?
But no, really, show us your butt.
Peter Molyneux, we are not letting you out of the room until you show us your butt. And no, I'm not implying that Peter Molyneux deserves any fucking industry luminary status. Fuck that guy. He's just been around for a while. That is it. Every one of his games has sucked.
Fable 1.
He made populous...
was good. I like
Yes,
it.
it was a poor man's Zelda. It did a good job of being that.
I wouldn't say it was Zelda, though. It had... Because, like, there wasn't any of, like, the Zelda, like, items you use in dungeons. It was basically...
It wasn't like any good design or anything.
It was just fighting.
But
no puzzles, just fighting.
yeah, I don't...
I'm saying it's not as involved as Zelda.
Like, I liked Fable 1, but God, it's so... so much less than what he said it would be.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's like, it's nothing special.
There ain't no trees you can plant and watch them grow over the years,
and
man.
put a scar in them and stuff. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
But, I mean, it's a fine game, whatever, but it's about as good as Darksiders.
It's not incredible.
And nobody's out there saying Darksiders is revolutionary or even good.
Right.
It's amazing. You should try it. It's all right.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
I hear Black and White is really good. I've never tried it, though, so I really can't comment on that.
I had Populous on the Super Nintendo and went, why is this garbage?
See, I enjoyed Populous on the PS1.
Did
the Super
he make
Nintendo
that?
version was probably... Yeah, that was his first game.
Wow.
I thought Magic Carpet was.
I don't even know what that...
It's like a flying shooter where you're a guy on a carpet and shooting magic at people.
Okay, well, I've never heard of that game, so maybe it was.
Okay.
But Populous came out in, like, 89, so it's got to be really fucking old to be...
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, no, fuck Peter Molyneux. So, moving on, Drawn to Death. Last event of the night. Last event of the keynote.
With Jaffe cussing
David
it up.
Jaffe. He just comes out and he's like, now, I'm making a fucking game. This game's gonna have fucking shit in it. And everyone just starts chuckling because it's just like, oh, David Jaffe's cursing. This is great. And of course, everybody loves him because everyone who's at PlayStation Experience knows who the hell David Jaffe is. So they're just like, oh, this is great. And he's like, don't worry, they said I could fucking curse. So, you know, shit.
Shit, dick. Dog.
Which honestly, like that made the moments less special, but at the same time was necessary, I guess.
I don't know.
There was no way around it.
I thought it was funny that he just like started cursing it, and then like imagine the faces in the crowd of like, what is happening? This isn't okay. And he's like, they said it was okay. Fuck you.
Hey, you. Fuck you.
Nobody came here to see you. You little shit.
It's just weird because like no, that whole night they're showing M-raid game after M-raid game, but no, the announcer can't curse. That'd be weird.
I mean, that's the game industry.
I know, and
it's fucking annoying. It's like, hey, let's for a moment think about this. And this is a larger cultural thing, in my opinion. Why is so much of our shit weird when it's designed for adults? Like, oh, this movie's rated R. Like, oh man, why are there so many rated R movies? You know why? There are a lot more older people than younger people. Maybe any of our content could be fucking designed for them. Maybe you can elevate anything past the, hey, you know, a 17-year-old will think this is neat. But fucking, like, for these
family pictures that get the whole family together.
Yeah, great. That's a money grab.
Yes.
We also call that bullshit where I come from. Nintendo could do that fine. Whatever. Don't care. But Sony as a company is more all-encompassing. So why the hell are they so uptight when it's just, like, in the keynote, in a fucking conference at a fucking convention, they're just like, we're going to show.
It's unprofessional, and they want to put forward that aura. I don't know, man.
But then they let Jaffe just do whatever he wants, which is something they should just let everybody
Speaking
do.
of unprofessional, stop inviting Square Enix to anything.
Yeah, if they really wanted to be professional, that is where they would start. But yeah, Drawn to Death is the game that Jaffe announced, and it was being made by his weird fucking outfit that is a developer and has always been, and he's just saying it's something else, and that's weird. But in any case,
arena shooter. Okay,
it is a 4-player game.
Right, 4-player arena shooter.
But it's like it's got a really neat aesthetic and an idea, which is cool. Like you're playing as inside of a troubled teen's notebook, basically.
The visuals and the everything really didn't do anything for me. But I look at the game and I know it's being made by Jaffe, probably being worked with by people from Warhawk days and Twisted Metal and stuff. And I kind of figure like, it's probably going to be mechanically fun.
It'll do all
like
right.
At the end of the day, like he's probably going to make a really enjoyable game. Like I don't really look at it and go, oh, this art style isn't like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Kind of like with the Street Fighter thing. Like at the end of the day, yeah, it looks a lot like 4. Can it be fun? Like that's what I give a shit about.
Yeah, and it might be able to do that. That is a really low player count, but if each character is actually super unique, kind of like they're saying they will be, because he during that thing is like there'll be features we never even talk about. You'll be able to have to find it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of like old Twisted Metal design of, oh yeah, you can do fighting game moves and shoot out ice balls and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the sort of neat stuff, and sort of neat inventive stuff I want to see in this game. I really hope we do, but who knows at this point.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, that game looks okay. That game is not something you hype up for the end of a conference, because they kept hyping it and hyping it, and then it's like, that was it. I was excited for something. anything that looked like super high budget and really cool.
But
not
hey,
this little thing.
No Man's Sky again was before Jaffe.
That was even more depressing.
Yeah, it was. They were like, we have 2 more games to show you, and everyone's like, woo! And then they show No Man's Sky, and I'm like, that wasn't one of them, was it?
We saw that yesterday, guys.
Not only that, this looks so similar to the footage from last year in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like, you have a Portal in your game, great. Now, I'm not shitting on the game. Like, that game's gonna be neat. Just go around and look at weird shit this procedural generator program made.
Maybe shoot
Cool.
stuff. I saw a bullet counter in some of the HUDs.
Maybe.
Sure.
There are
Probably.
cool animals.
There are space battles.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Fine, whatever. We saw that a year ago. We're still seeing pretty similar footage. So I don't know. I just want that game to be out. Don't give a fuck.
They keep saying it's big, and we'll show you how big it is. And it's like, yeah, we got how big it was last time you showed it a year ago. It's okay. We got it.
Everything's great. I went back to Drawn to Death. I love Jaffe is like, okay, we're still kind of working on it. So when you play it, could you talk to us afterward and tell us what you like test it for?
It might be. It might seem a bit confrontational, but we're really just trying to talk to you about how you felt about the game and blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I could understand. Like, I disagree with Bob. I could understand how that's a really cool thing to be at PlayStation Experience 4. Now, for us here, we didn't get to play it.
Right, yeah. I guess for the people in the audience, that might have been pretty neat. But at the same time,
pretty cool.
They were probably all super hyped up for, I don't know, something the scale of a God of War announcement. Or something huge.
The president
'Cause they
of
opened-
PlayStation was wearing a God of War shirt.
Yeah.
And they opened with Uncharted 4, which was undoubtedly, like, basically the biggest thing other than Street Fighter. If they ended on Street Fighter.
You don't even have to add that. It
No,
was
no.
the biggest thing.
All right.
Grim Fandango. Oh, the re-release of Day of the Tentacle. That's what the biggest thing was.
I dwell in some dark circles. Yes, they were.
Okay.
Judging by my Twitter feed. But no, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm different here in that it's like, I know damn well they have nothing to show for God of War. So when they show up with the God of War t-shirt, I'm like, because it's PlayStation. Like, not an ounce of me believed for a second that it was because they were going to show God of War because they canceled their only game earlier this year.
Right, which is just, ugh.
But for people who didn't know that,
Right.
like this guy,
You?
me,
Pay attention.
no.
No, pay attention. I will slap you.
Oh, fine.
And you have no excuse. You and your fucking optimism. Fuck you.
I wasn't expecting God of War because I
Okay.
knew that situation.
Okay.
I was expecting something of the scale of God of War.
Oh, okay.
Of just like, oh my god, this
Like
is
an
absolutely
exclusive
blew
we
my
never
mind.
heard of or something.
Right, so
Hell,
something like that. Like, even if it was something like
Even if it was just Shadow of the Beast. Like,
Or-
they finally just brought that out of like, hey, we teased that over a year ago now. Here's anything.
or The
so
Last
many-
Guardian.
So many people were like, is it Crash Bandicoot? Like, it's not, but that would be great.
Yeah, no, I get sick of this whole like, what is The Last Guardian? Like, oh my god, they're gonna show The Last Guardian. You know what? Don't stop. It's been 5 years.
Right.
5 fucking years. Kids have entered and gone through high school in the time you have been waiting for this game. Fucking stop. You know when you get excited about that game? On the day it launches.
It could have been new footage of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh my god, that would make you happy?
Yes.
Why? The last one was bullshit. They switched engines since that.
Right? I
Why
know.
would you fucking care? Like,
Because I want to know that it is a real thing that is actually coming.
I mean, it is because it's Unreal Engine. It will be out. Will it be good? Now that's a question mark.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I can't possibly give a shit about The Last Guardian. I can't care about Kingdom Hearts 3. These things are like, we went through the last gen, Bob. How are you still so excited to see videos of things that they don't even have a date for? I don't understand how that wasn't carved out of you this last gen.
I want something new to look at and be excited about. So it could.
Well,
those
2014,
those are
not a year for you. You may want to skip it.
You may want to fall into a deep sleep and wake up midway next year.
But yeah, that's why those are just examples. It could have been something brand new. Brand new would have been way better. Like something wholly unheard of. Yes, still high budget and still really impressive.
I don't know. I think all of these problems are just you can't have E3 and this.
Yeah.
Like, your exclusives got to go somewhere, and Gamescom matters more than PlayStation Experience, and it's fucking in December. Like, who the fuck has anything to show in December? Like, motherfucker, we are not crunching to show you a goddamn vertical slice of our game in December. Fuck you.
We aren't Naughty Dog. Go away.
I don't even know that Naughty Dog crunched for that, but
One of the
I'm sure they tried really fucking hard.
the other panels I watched that was just talking about, Trey didn't look like that 2 weeks ago when I saw it. They did some good stuff.
God damn.
They got the good shit.
But see, on the other hand, it's like you just want to be there and sit there and be like, vertical slices like that take a lot of money and shit.
Right.
Like, you really just, I want them to just work on the game. So it is kind of sad that it's like if they didn't show anything at E3, that's a different problem.
Right.
Like, if Uncharted didn't show up at E3, that's canceled.
What happened?
But fucking Druckmann, that's what happened. But in any case, like, the moment that boat goes down, we just go Straley and Druckmann, they did it. But yeah, December's a weird month.
It is. That's why I wasn't really expecting a gameplay thing or anything, but it's a new CG trailer for something unannounced, some big announcement they had, or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the only thing we saw gameplay of were things that were about to come out, like The Order and Bloodborne, and then Uncharted, and that was it. So those were two pretty much complete games, and then
Street Fighter V was gameplay.
Yeah, I guess
I hear this is a rumor. The reason why Street Fighter V was at the PlayStation thing instead of just announced in later December at that Capcom thing,
right,
was because the footage leaked.
Okay. That was weird. But then why would Ono already be in town?
Because like they had the Ultra Street Fighter 4 thing to announce, and they were gonna just tease the Capcom thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that's a thing that's going around apparently. But yeah, what are you talking about, Bob? They had gameplay of Bastion.
They actually didn't.
No, they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, they had the kid running around, and I was looking at the graphics, and I'm like, man, you looked a lot better back then.
It was so quick. I barely even remembered.
I mean, it may not have had the HUD and stuff. It was
Wow.
mostly a lot of running. I love how many trailers are just like, what's the smoothest moving camera movement? So we could just cut between these, because Shovel Knight used almost exclusively auto-scrolling levels. And then the only time they showed stuff other than the scenes of the dancing barmaid was him just running constantly. So you could just see as much stuff as possible in each scene. And I'm like, man, why do I pay this much attention? Why can't I just watch this and be like, that looked like a good game?
It works well for me.
It does it?
Yeah.
Were you expecting God of War? Then I guess it didn't work too well for you.
That looks like a good game.
That looks like no game.
It looks like nothing. You liars.
Liars. Does anyone have anything else to say?
It was nice. It was a cool little event.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, I saw
Free games from EA.
Yeah, that was cool too.
So here's my theory on that.
What's up?
Okay, so Sony's going around and they're like, "Hey guys, we got this 20th year anniversary. We need some stuff. Can you guys do anything?" And when they go to EA is like, "How about we add some games to your PlayStation Plus?" And they're like, "Guys, that's not really that huge. This is supposed to be a celebration for everyone." And they're like, "How about we add those games for free?" And they're like, "Okay." Meanwhile, to everyone else, it's like, "We have free games," and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Meanwhile, it's like they give out free shit for PlayStation Plus on a monthly basis, and it is mostly about this old. Like, Mirror's Edge is ancient.
Yeah, the games for Vita and
PS3 were
kind
ancient.
of ancient.
Garden Warfare, I just think didn't do well, and it did come out a year ago on Xbox.
Right.
I think it led on Xbox.
It did come out early on Xbox. I thought it was only by like a few months, but maybe it was a full year.
I mean, it was early 2014, if not 2013, late 2013.
Huh.
But yeah, because they even showed that at E3 of last year.
Oh yeah,
if you
geez,
recall.
it's been forever, and it wasn't.
Yes, this was the longest year of my life.
Yeah. Woo! Having a good time here in the news segment.
So I'm really quick gonna just hit up a shitload of these. So they did the Game Awards. No one talk. No one, not even me. They had Battlefield Hardline there. They played some music from it. They had Mario Maker there. There are 2 more Mario type palettes where they showed off more abilities and things. That looks more promising. Banner Saga 2 was announced. Train Bros is apparently what we're calling a game made by a studio called Hazelight, which is headed up by the people who made Brothers. Thus why it's called Train Bros, because the only shot of it was a CG shot of two bros on a train. There's a game that we don't know a whole lot of, where it was panning over the prehistoric times, and it's got cavemen and shit, and it's called Before. And the guy from Gary's mod, Gary, is involved. Apparently that guy's name is Gary Newton. What else? They showed off Codename Steam. They gave Ken and Roberta Williams the Industry Icon Award. Those are the people who made King's Quest.
Yep.
And did all that Sierra stuff back in the day. So, point-and-click adventures back then were just like LucasArts and then Sierra. So they did all the non-LucasArts point-and-clicks, basically. And then what is the other one I want to shove into a tiny, tiny box and be like, this is what it was. Tacoma is Gone Home in space. It is made by the Gone Home people. Adrift, with a 1 instead of an I, is Suffocate in Space, the game, where you float around a space shuttle that has been wrecked to shit looking for oxygen tanks. We will now begin the actual discussion of the show from this point. Bob, as someone who remotely follows the industry, looks at Eric as he says that. Did you note that the guy who presented that game is the guy heading that studio, presenting Adrift, is the same guy who basically told that guy to fuck off if he didn't want to have an internet-connected Xbox One. He's the guy who got thrown out of Microsoft for on Twitter telling that guy, if you don't like the fact that your console needs to be connected to the internet always, how about you go fuck yourself?
Wow. I did not know that was the same guy.
That guy got thrown out of Microsoft. This is his game.
Woo!
Weird.
Took 1.5 years, but now it's being shown at all. So, who the fuck let that guy head a studio?
I don't know. Once he checked out,
no one would, so he's like, fine, I'll make my own.
I'll make my own studio.
With Blackjack.
And Unreal Engine 4. It's running on Unreal Engine 4. The more
guess
you
that's
know.
a good deal.
I get low prices.
Low prices. What is it, like $20 a month? That's a good deal.
Yeah. We live in an interesting age.
All right.
So there's a King's Quest game announced. That's why you got the people who made King's Quest out on stage.
All right.
It was already announced, but now it's like being shown off in a more thorough capacity, and it uses 3D graphics instead of 2D graphics.
Right.
Bob here was a little bit disappointed, thought they could do better with 2D. Right?
Yeah, that's basically how I felt about it. Like, just felt kind of plain looking.
I basically looked at it and went, that looks a lot better than Telltale, so.
But he's got the hat.
It does.
It's got cape physics.
Cape physics.
Which is something you wouldn't see.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't see that in a Telltale game.
I mean,
that was like the only thing that was like, oh man, it looks way better than Telltale.
I think you haven't looked at a Telltale game recently. That's all I think.
I guess I'm not keeping up to date with how awful their games look. I just remember playing that first episode of The Walking Dead and be like, this looks really awful.
Okay, so here it is. This is my way of describing it. Every Telltale game looks like an N64 on steroids. Like, wow, they got really high-res textures on these N64 models. But yeah, no, I'm exaggerating slightly. They showed off Codename Steam.
Yep.
Why aren't they making Advance Wars? I don't know. I'm so angry with them.
Right?
I'm like, they sent out Days of Ruin to Die. They didn't even release that in Japan.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whatever, we're going to make Silver Age comic style thing Lincoln America.
Steam Lincoln.
I mean,
go.
I really like Valkyria Chronicles, so I'm kind of interested in it, but at the same time, like, that style, like, just puts me off. Like, I don't even like that style at all.
But you can play a lion. His name is Lion.
It's true.
It's true.
I mean, I don't have the problem with the style, you weeaboo, but I just really want Advance Wars.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them do Advance Wars.
God damn it.
How's that support
I'm
group going?
still playing Advance Wars 1. That is how that support group is fucking going.
Oh, okay. You're still in the denial stage.
So let's talk about something else. Zelda Wii U was shown off.
Oh, neat. It was
a video shooting them next to a TV.
Right. It was very obvious they didn't want us to get a close look of how that game looks right now.
Because it's got a good bit of pop-in because it's open world.
Right.
That's how that goes, which is why Infamous, when it was shown off a measly 9 months before it came out, was a tiny, tiny area.
Right.
And this is probably about a year out.
Yeah, they very much make it sound like it's the end of the 2015 game.
They make it sound like they really just don't want to release it ever, but they're going to try to release it at the end of the year. So what do you guys think? Look neat? Look good?
I'm excited. I mean, I think that what we talked about when we saw a trailer was, it's Shadow of the Colossus, but with Zelda.
Yeah, they finally got everything up to Shadow of the Colossus speed. It's like,
a horse that you just go through trees and won't hit stuff.
Yeah, smart enough horse to not collide with trees.
You got Vanquish style
slow-mo in midair moments, which is pretty cool.
If everything slows down too, like, hey, Link, are you... I
don't know. That made it really hard to understand in Vanquish. Half of that dialogue was lasted, relax, I'm a doctor.
It would be hilarious to hear Navi doing that, though.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Leaps off cliff.
Yeah.
But yeah, needless to say, I'm pretty excited about it.
You get to use the markers on the map. I thought that was really nice.
Use the touchpad to mark stuff. Yeah.
I love it. It's like, we're going to that thing over there. It's going to take us like an hour to get there. Or find like upwards of 10 minutes or something like that. Like, we're just going to ride our horse and see where we go. See how we get there.
And then they had a fun little adventure. And then he was like, hey, Miyamoto, how's your game coming? And he's like, oh, it's fine. Whatever. And then he's like, yeah, is it ever going to come out? And Miyamoto's like, it's going to be your game in the market.
Yeah, I'm making Star Fox. Also, guys, I'm making Star Fox. Whoa!
Oh, my fucking God. I'm really worried about the next Star Fox, but whatever.
Right. I really hope that turns out well. But... yeah.
Did you play Star Fox Assault?
Now let's real quick. I just gotta. Now, Eric.
Yeah.
You have played Star Fox Assault.
Yes.
Neat.
Yes.
So. What? What?
I also played Star Fox Command on the DS.
Dylan Cuthbert appreciates that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
A lot.
Because you're like the only
he made
one.
It. That's a Q Games joint.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the remake of the 64 one on the 3DS was also a Q Games joint. They get Q Games up in there to do Star Fox a good bit. I wouldn't be super surprised if they announced the next one. It was like, yeah, joint development with Q Games.
Right. That would be.
They know how to make fun things. Yeah.
That's when everyone was like, man, Kamiya should make one. I was like, no, they have links with Q Games.
Yeah.
He makes Star Fox. He made
no one
the
knows.
original.
I feel like every time Dylan Cuthbert's on stage, he feels it's necessary to remind people he made Star Fox.
I made that me.
Also, if you really want to be literal, I kind of made Star Fox 64 too, because they just reused my fucking code from Star Fox 2. Those shitlords. But, he can't say that and still have good connections with Nintendo.
What was it was so weird watching some of the panels with him at PSX because he wouldn't mention it.
Yeah. Well, he mentioned it during the what was it? The Golden Age is the PS4 generation console, a Golden Age thing. He actually did mention it.
Wow, because the other ones just like, dude, talk about how you made Star Fox. I'm sure people on this audio want to
suck your dick. They'll fucking deep throat it, man.
They don't care about this pixel junk stuff. They want to know about Star Fox.
Well, to be fair, I'm sure at a PlayStation Experience thing, there's going to be a good bit of pixel junk love.
I guess
Sony fanboys, they like pixel junk. You don't.
I feel like they don't have the sales to support that thought that they like all the pixel junk stuff. Like
not all of it, no. Yeah, Once you hit Eden, it sort of falls off. I feel like Monsters was super huge. Most PlayStation people have played pixel junk Monsters.
Okay.
Because it was also on the PSP.
Yeah, that one got a lot of coverage to release on like everything, and yeah, it was really cool.
And then Shooter came out earlier this year on the PS4, and that did really well because it was fucking free. Until your PlayStation Plus runs out. So never let it run out.
Never.
It'll be funny if at the end of this gen, just so many free games, and then they raise the price of PlayStation Plus, and it's like, well, then I won't play it. Realizes over 9/10 of his fucking library is free shit. Oh God.
Yeah. If you don't renew your subscription, you'll never get these bags of free games.
Never.
Never.
Anyway.
But yeah. Hey, Bob.
But I want to see more of what the combat and stuff looks like in Zelda.
Yeah.
It was really... Yeah, that was just showing
horse,
off walking.
Going places, horse. And jumping off horse.
Yeah, and you had the little gliding...
sailcloth
thing.
I wish I could care. I need to go back and play the last few.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't played any 3D Zeldas majorly.
Since Wind Waker?
Since Wind Waker, yeah. I just looked at Twilight Princess and I was like,
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
The music was really good.
Yeah.
I thought the music in that one was great because it was all Link to the Past wink. And I'm like, yeah. You know where it's at. And then they remade Link to the Past in 3D and called Link Between Worlds. And I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted. I was pretty angry. Still am. But
I'm getting that.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
You got that? So Metal Gear Online.
Yeah.
That
Looks
happened.
like it's going for more a strategic team-based thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
With lots of neat
Forts
tools and stuff.
And dog toys.
Those are tools.
Stuffed dogs.
Stuffed dogs and things that get people caught up in that extraction balloon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
had
great.
an automatic sentry that just sat there, and the moment it saw a soldier, it shot him with a balloon that was going to airlift him out.
And
That
Snake
is
was like,
pretty
"No."
incredible.
Shot that balloon.
And then Snake was all, Gushimon ha! And he blew up the balloon. Hey. That light laser show was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
It was really cool.
On that note, I want to say for the whole show
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't feel deeply embarrassed to watch it.
Yeah.
Like I was with all the other awards shows in the past.
Yeah, but at the same time, this one couldn't exist without the other ones.
I know, which is like,
So that just proves Jeff Keighley was right, because the statement he's been making this whole time is like he talks about gamers are okay with expanding what gaming is so we can have better stuff and get more sales and things like that. But every time I try to work with a brand so we can get the money to stick it in front of more people, gamers get all finicky about like, oh, Mountain Dew, oh, Frito. Doritos. Completely different.
Completely.
So yeah, it's kind of funny. Everyone's super happy about this one, but it couldn't have happened at all without the others.
yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but still, this one was actually enjoyable to watch. So that's a good stepping stone. I feel like if from now on we're at this level,
Yeah,
that'd
I
be
feel
pretty
like
nice.
that's going to be
When
the
your
case.
show opens with Koji Kondo on a piano, that's a good start.
right?
I still love how no one's saying his name right. Like the whole
What?
time, like not even Koji Kondo.
Kondo?
K-O.
I
Like
really
you've
thought it
been
was
saying it
KA,
since
wow.
you were young, so you're not used to reassessing like the phonetic. Yeah, it's Koji Kondo.
Huh.
Fucking Reggie's on stage. Thank you, Koji Kondo. And I'm like, no one can say it. His name is just spelled like wrong on signs around Nintendo, isn't it? Thank you, Mr. Koji Kando. Mr. Koji Kando.
It's your Mr. Koji Candy. Cozy Candy.
Candy Kando.
But yeah, I found it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
One thing that was really interesting about that whole event was there was like a lot of involvement from Sony and Nintendo. Like we saw Reggie a lot. We had like the main guy from Sony, like the president of the US
you
market, show up for handing out some award. And then nothing from Microsoft at all. It was just strange.
Yeah.
Except that guy with the shit who was like, you can fuck off guy. Who did
But he's no longer tied.
Right, he's not even
that's
with
the, I'm
Microsoft.
saying that's
So
the
he was their
closest.
emissary.
That is the closest Microsoft guy.
He's just like, hey, I'm here to piss off more people with comments. Here's one. Jews, get out.
Whoa. I also liked that. I loved that how jank the whole thing felt. Like people were like handing out mics to people like on camera.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
like
and-
how he's like, we're on the internet. No one cares if like, because you know that's a very TV production thing of like, oh, you can't. We need to be more prepared than that. Don't cut until that next thing's super ready.
Right.
Meanwhile, Jeff Keighley's like, hey, what's up? I'm over here with this guy. Let's talk about stuff. Hey, blah 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 blah. And Reggie's like, where's my awards? And he's like, they're coming.
I'm so sorry. And I love that even during the commercial, quote unquote, commercial breaks where they were showing other trailers and stuff, they still kept the mic on the audience, so we kind of got their reaction to stuff too, which is that was really cool. I like that.
It's almost like Jeff Keighley should be a showrunner for E3.
Yeah, you could probably do that really well.
Yeah. You just got to find some replacement material for the awards. Because having awards at E3 is a terrible idea.
Yeah, no.
You should
Yeah.
never do that, and I'm terrified someday that's going to happen. Because it's already not what it was originally.
Right.
What it was originally was way more... Like, remember how we watched E3 2005, and then we watched 06, and then 07, 08, 09, 2010. There technically is an O there because it's 2010.
Yeah, I know.
But in any case,
I said it.
yeah.
I know things.
Okay, so none of it seems weird until you go back to 05 and you're like, wow, this is really boring.
Yeah, I know. That press conference was super long too, because
Yeah.
it wasn't even about like, oh, we're trying to make a show for people other than the audience right here.
Right, and that's the thing. It was an industry event, right. And it's been less and less that over time, to the point where Sony is fucking on top with this shit. They're like, hey, PlayStation fans, you wait outside for 36 hours, you get in free. So, like, of course, the craziest motherfuckers are there to just be like, oh, we're playing 3.5. Ah!
Right, I mean, anyone.
They're all Phils.
Okay.
Like, Phil is every person in that audience, I feel. Like, super there for Sony. Destiny gets one more map on PlayStation. And they're just, yeah! Oh, fuck you, Microsoft!
That's actually one thing we didn't talk about, how that Destiny...
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
But you can go ahead.
I don't want to talk about
You don't want to talk about Destiny with me?
I'm done.
You don't want to talk about Destiny with me? Why don't you want to talk about Destiny with me? I thought we were friends. I thought we could talk about things. GigaBoots has been brought to you by the support of our producers Vincent Poverk and Cywolf via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.